Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ is the website.
Mm-hmm.
It is direct to you. They'll come on out to your house. They'll say, look at these floors. We'd like to replace them. And we'd like to do it with a 36-month, 0% financing offer. It means you can get new floors in your home for less than $200 a month. No money down, no interest for 36 months, Dan. Less than $200 a month for new floors from DFW directly to you.
How's your voice doing? Feels like you just sound like you've been yelling at somebody. Why are you yelling about Flooring Direct? They will beat.
I don't know.
Meet any competitors out.
Typically leave the home, and I'm like, yeah, now everybody's done bitching at me for the day.
I'm not bitching. I was just pointing out. It just sounds like you're smoking some darts on the way in.
Why don't you go ahead and do it, John?
This guy, man. I just thought we were having some fun.
Home.
Look, Flooring Direct.
What's the offer?
They're great. 36 months, 0% financing, new floors in your home for less than $200 a month, and you put no money down. And then the copy says, you heard that right, because you're probably like, boing, what's going on here? That's right. No interest, 36 months, less than $200 a month for new floors. And I'm sorry that you took what I said as a criticism of you. I think you're the best.
Nah, what's wrong with your voice is usually
No, it's anyway.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
What's wrong with your voice? It sounds too good. That's what I meant. It's not like when I'm asking Blake what's wrong with his voice. You know what I mean, little buddy?
He was born that way. We're trying to do conversion therapy on him.
Mm-hmm. Just pray the gay away.
Shock him until his voice changes.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday, or what is it? Hello, friends. What do I say for my dad?
You say that you want your toast Nance style.
That's right.
Feels like
Thursday.
Friday.
Go on.
It just does. I don't know.
Oh, because you're about to be free?
I am about to be free.
Am I allowed to mention that?
For sure. Kids are headed out of town after the show.
Kid-free weekend.
You going to the North Texas game?
TBD. Are you?
I don't think so.
See, then I have a pass. Mr. UNT himself.
See, I was going to go if you guys were going.
They're actually, the ticket prices are pretty high.
Anyone believe I was going to go if you guys went?
Absolutely not. But if he goes, I would. But yeah, I don't know. A full day of, I call it the Red River genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's anything less than just violence is lame and womanly.
And woke.
But yeah, that'd be a lot.
The Red River woke.
I also got invited to an old guys flag game on Sunday. So I need to
expand upon
measure
that.
I haven't been yet. So Monday I'll have a report for you. But
old, like 40 and up?
I don't know. But not
right, 40 now.
25 to 30-year-olds like normal.
40 now. I remember when I turned 40 and it was like, hey, you want to play in the 40 and over adult baseball league?
I mean, on one hand, it sounds like that's...
I didn't. There was no Game Day Men's Health back then to
it's very true.
propel me into that.
You could have dominated.
That's kind of the thing is like it's accepting that I'm old, but also if I can't go out there and look like prime Ocho Cinco, it's gonna be a problem.
And Blake's idea is, you could dominate. I don't want to dominate. I want a healthy competitor, a competition.
Why?
That's why I waited till I was 70 to join the 40 and over league.
I think Blake threw us off with the Argyle gear on Thursday because normally we're used to seeing him come in full Argyle ready on Friday.
That's also, I think, part of it. When I walked in, I thought, who they got tonight?
Well, we still have someone tonight.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Thursday night game this week.
Okay. You'll get a couple of those throughout the...
Where are we going?
Flex your Metroplex.
We're going to Arlington, a brand new stadium at Arlington Martin High School.
Okay. Arlington Martin has their own house?
They do now.
Damn. You know, when I was a kid, that was like you think your school's big? Martin had like 6,000 students or something crazy like that wasn't it?
I don't know.
Anyways, back to you, Dan.
So
We have a sit-in today. He is Ryan Rogers. I've met him before. I've texted with Ryan Rogers. Right?
Yeah, you've actually called me. It was really weird just to hear that on the phone.
I love hearing about people's interactions with Dan. On
All
the
right,
phone.
go on. What does this mean? Why?
No, just because I've heard your voice on the radio for so many years. It's just weird to hear it on the phone.
But then we met.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
But then I called you after we met.
No, it was cool.
Okay. Why is this guy criticizing my voice?
No,
now
no,
I know
no.
what Jake's feeling like.
No, just meaning that
I'm
I've
attacked.
heard that voice for so many years. It's just weird that that person's calling you on the phone.
And all the pauses.
Because see, I know what Blake was talking about because I've heard it, and people are like, I didn't know when to hang up.
That's not what I meant. I just meant it was just weird hearing somebody you've heard on the radio for so many years call you.
TC still says he doesn't like talking to you on the phone.
TC doesn't like talking to me?
Yeah, or it's just confused by it.
I'm okay.
You
I think
brought it up.
he's doubly attacking me
Why is
now
everyone
because I
defensive
mentioned his
today?
voice. I know.
You brought up the phone thing, didn't you?
I did. I thought that's what Ryan was talking about.
Anyway, Ryan's with iButler, and that's what we were talking about. He was here last year. Where were you, Rummy?
Where were you? I was.
Isn't that what they called the heavy drinker back in like the 20s? A rummy?
Yeah, I've heard it
Just
from
drinking
you.
rum.
I've heard it from you. Most of those type things.
I've heard wino.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's too obvious.
yeah,
He's a rummy.
yeah. I was in rehab, Dan.
Well, what's the equivalent of a buzzball?
That's a good one. A ball, bro.
Yesterday
Buzzy.
was Business Wednesday. I feel like we got a lot accomplished,
Yeah,
including a head shave.
sick.
That's always a good capper to the day.
Yeah,
Let's just lay in the chair. Part of Business Wednesday, we were just going through our sched, what we're going to be doing around Christmas time. We're trying to plan some things, trying to plan ahead for once.
look at us.
You know how we came up with the DeeZ GSE, the generic summer event, and then did it 2 weeks later? Like now we're like, what if we did it a few months out? We could actually be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But one of the things we were looking at is 2 weeks away. Is Denver 2 weeks away? We're going to Denver
3?
for the Cowboys game. And we are going to broadcast at a bar called the Dive In the Friday before the Cowboy game and the Monday after.
Rave reviews rolling in
On that particular location?
from locals or once locals.
Well, we wanted to hear from some locals or fellow travelers if you will be at the Denver game and like you got a tailgate thing set up and like we just wanted to have a meetup thing the day of the game. So we don't have anything yet. We will try to find something. And if somebody hits us up, then we'll promote that and we'll be like a meetup spot for those who are traveling to Denver because I do think a lot of Cowboy fans are traveling to this Denver game.
Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 groups of dudes that I know are going to the game. I've not asked if they have tailgate capabilities, which I think just means having a parking spot. If we can't find one, we'll do it. How about that?
Whoa.
There's no way.
You're
like,
demanding?
The Mile High website says all tailgate parties must break down and conclude 45 minutes prior to kickoff.
No way.
Like, if that's normal, which it may be, I've never seen that at AT&T. Like, there's people still out there during the game. They just don't go to the game.
Yeah, they bring a big screen TV and watch
Yeah.
it there.
So I don't know what that means.
You're saying Denver sucks already.
Yeah, did you know that the parking lot is laid out like a swastika?
I believe that's the airport,
Oh,
and I believe I
my
am
bad.
preparing a
Dossier.
reports. I'm preparing a reports for that week.
Good.
Like, because there is a reason we're driving and not flying, and it is the conspiracy theories that surround the airport. We would fly,
Sure.
but we're going to drive. We're going to go RV it.
Fun times. Oh, I got one thing before we jump into sports.
All right.
We should do away with picture day. It's an anachronism. It's a holdover from a time when people didn't have cameras and video cameras in their pocket where they're creating constant – like you could do a stop-motion video of every day of your kid's life if you wanted.
Now his voice makes sense, doesn't it?
He had to go to picture day.
No.
Get
Probably
up early.
yell at his kids.
I don't yell at
Put
my
your nice
kids.
clothes on. Let me do your hair.
No, I'll tell
we
you-
have to go.
Tuck it in.
No, let me
Tuck
tell you
it in.
No, I on the way to school, which I take her solo, I was like, yo, we can't have the problems getting out every day like this. And I was like, I know you don't want to do pictures. And she was like, that's all it is. I don't want to do it. And I go, let me tell you something. You shouldn't have to. I was like, you should tell them today that you shouldn't have to do it.
You're not making this better.
Because all your friends, none of them want to do it either. Your teachers haven't thought about the fact that this is a waste of time. They're only doing it because nobody had cameras before. And if they wanted to do a class photo, because my wife goes, it's for the yearbook. Okay, that hot button thing that every kid can't wait for under their tree every year. Just do a class photo that they're all in it because they're all nervous and anxious about doing it. All of them are like, this sucks. I hate what I'm wearing. Hey, let's get the most self-conscious people on earth and have a day where we just make them more anxious. Why? Who's benefiting? What parent? No, I can tell you, my whole kid's life is right here.
I
It's
like
a waste.
My favorite picture of Brooks is a picture day picture.
It is a
because-
way to get pictures of, the girls that you were hot on. Like, you can't just walk around school taking a picture of every girl.
Yeah. We just have a
I
million,
found that out the hard way.
That is another perspective.
we have a million pictures on our phone, but this one is unique.
Why?
It's on the fridge.
Do you yell at your wife like this when she wants to go to whatever? Doesn't she always make you guys do like a professional
Yeah.
photo? You're like, hey, we take pictures, 17 pictures a day.
The truth is, of all of us, we don't because they're very, very hard to get. And so when we do it that way, we kind of convince the kids it's like a fun thing. And we tag some sort of fun thing on the end of it, and they get to like dress up. And it's not their teacher telling them what to do, stand in line, take this photo. She felt nervous about it. Like, why are we doing it? What is the point?
I'll support. Is this on your platform?
Yeah.
When you run?
Yeah. This is right underneath you shouldn't just be called a pedophile if you're 19 and you have sex with a 16-year-old.
That's hard to get,
I know. That one we may need to
talk about, but
a little more.
let's see. Any other non-sports thing I wanted to mention? The Denver game. I think we're good. On today's program, we will have Mike Piellucci. He is the editor of D Magazine.
I don't know his official title. He might be the sports editor. Maybe he's the full
He's with
editor.
D Magazine.
Yeah. He makes me sound smart.
He'll join us in studio and talk about his article on Dirk. We only need one name, right?
We're about to have a whole lot of Dirk back in our lives via Amazon pre- and post-game.
Today's Thursday, so viewer mail day. And today's Thursday, so it's D's picks with the Sirois, where Jake had another great week. 8-2 week for Jake. You're humming along, dude. Nobody can take you down now.
It's purely the Cowboys. But
Hitting a cowboy triple
that is
play
going to run out.
is very good. Hitting your triple play in general, as I'm looking at last week's results.
Yeah, we got a lot to sort out in that segment.
Okay, so those guys will join us in a little bit. But first, we can call this sports, or we can call this a sports sesh, and we could say it's brought to us by Community Mechanical, our HVAC company. Brandon Aubrey's HVAC company as well. They're the ones that you can sign up for preventative maintenance, a little PM. They sent me an email, and they put PM in there. I'm like, what?
It's better than premium or pre-mate.
Yeah, so preventative maintenance, which means they'll just kind of check everything. You should do this every year. They came to my house, did it, and they're like, yeah, this duct thing is not connected, and it's spewing harmful stuff into your attic. So, luckily, it's probably dissipating out the attic, but, that can be bad if this happens for an extended period of time. So, anyway, they fixed that. They came in. I had them put in a new thermostat in the den high atop my garage, so I can control that right here from my phone.
One other thing I don't think we got to earlier in the week, speaking of Denver, they got an offer for you. Any customer that purchases a new HVAC system between now and the end of football season gets a $1,700 discount. If Brandon Aubrey breaks the NFL record for longest field goal this year, 17 listeners get that preventative maintenance cost.
Really?
Refunded for the year. If it's not too long to add the below, then add it.
Cool.
If Brandon kicks a 70-plus yard field goal at any point this season, we will give it away an all-expenses-paid trip to a mutually agreed-upon 26 Cowboy game. That's plane, hotel, tickets, Brandon Aubrey jersey, and some cash to a listener. So if it's going to happen, it's probably happening in Denver. And then one lucky listener will win Cowboy tickets. CommunityDFW.com, Dan.
All right, we got a lot of sports to get to today. Content. I forgot this the other day when mentioning Nick Folk. But I was looking through the Nick Folk stuff. He's the kicker for the Jets and was the kicker for the Cowboys as a rookie in 2007, the year after Bill Parcells was a head coach. I forgot, in his career, didn't have a booming leg. So they actually drafted another kicker, and they made him the kickoff specialist.
Yeah, did you know I dated a Hooters waitress?
Isn't that insane that we lived through that? And everybody's like, yeah, that just happened. Give them credit for one thing. They actually tried to do something innovative instead of waiting till the whole league had already caught up to something. Like the Wildcat, they installed the Wildcat after everybody figured out how to stop the Wildcat. The two tight end system that Belichick was doing, they tried that like way late. Giving up on running backs, they still can't figure out that the proper place to be there. But they tried. They tried saying, you know what? What if we have two kickers on the roster?
That's an interesting callback. Because, see, I would look at that as they were doing it for bits. Because David Beeler was a bit. He could blow people up, and it was this idea that he's a plus tackler on kickoff.
Yeah, he was also he was a wild man.
Yeah, you're right, though.
He was
that
awesome.
Is trying something different. The Nick Folk thing that I was blown away by, and I guess just saying the year 07 drives it home, but he's in Greg Olson's draft class. Like somebody sent that to me the other day. Like, they were both in college they left college the same time.
Insane.
We'll do more Cowboys here in a second. I gotta get a check in on the UNC football program here. Get your licks in now, I guess, because in the event that Bill Belichick, Michael Lombardi are going to be successful at UNC, I guess it's going to take some time, which we should have expected. But it's going super poorly. Not just that they set themselves up for a lot of trolling here. He was calling them the 33rd team.
He was?
Yeah. Like that's how he was billing it, is we're going to be run as the 33rd. We're going to run this completely like an NFL program. Okay. We're going to get you ready for the NFL. So every article now is like, Bill Belichick's 33rd team is 140th in offense or 106th in defense. But a local radio station in Charlotte on Monday had a large report. It's probably a TV station, if we're being serious. I just saw WRAL. For a large report on just general dysfunction in the locker room. They suspended a coach after this reporting because he was giving improper benefits to recruits, including sideline passes to players and their parents. That was something that came out, like I said, in the investigation. There's been fighting in the locker room. Players are blaming the culture of Belichick for this. The Hulu documentary that was set to be produced in lieu of the HBO Real Sports, they had landed on UNC because nobody would do Hard Knocks. And then UNC bailed on the deal because ostensibly Jordan Hudson said, we're not comfortable with this. We're going to take our talents to Hulu, where they were going to have more editorial control, and now that's off. No more documentary this year.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, it brings to mind the question, why is he doing any of this? It was never going to go any other way.
I mean, 8 million reasons, right?
It's kind of like we were talking about with Brandon the other day. I feel like, and we're going to talk a lot about Dirk today when he's in here, there's got to be somewhere in life where you're like, I'm super successful. I have all this money. What if I don't make the last thing people remember of me a stripped down, shitty version of my prime or general career?
Yeah, and as I say,
is that worth
money,
$8 million if you're,
money is the reason because he has enough money to do anything. And he could have been making probably a good, maybe around half that and maybe less. I don't know. But over $1 million to just be on TV.
Sure.
Like Omaha Productions would pay him to be doing something.
Yeah.
Look at Saban. Saban's doing great.
Seems like he's having the time of his life, dude. And even the Michael Lombardi hire was weird because it makes sense of, hey, we're going to run this like an NFL team. Let's get an NFL guy, but you're not dealing with NFL players. Like the guy who's doing the best in that role is the guy at Tech, who's a message board commenter on recruiting websites turned into a GM. Like that guy gets it a lot more than Michael Lombardi with another story here about Bill Parcells for you. Like at some point, this should have been obvious. His only time as working in college was an 81 to 84 for UNLV, Lombardi. So, anyways, it's a disaster.
And now they're not allowed to tweet about Drake May.
Yeah, that was a fun one too. That they didn't want the program congratulating what is easily their most famous alumni in the sport. Their breadwinner right now. It's a mess, dude. Somehow he's like more insecure than a college coach normally is, which is saying something.
In the NFL, the big news is that Jonathan Gannon is being fined $100,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For a sideline thing that was caught. I guess this is just a phone thing, right? It's just this wasn't the TV cameras caught this, but it was somebody put on Twitter or Instagram or something, just him right in the face of that running back, DeMarcado, who I had picked up last week in fantasy. He had a great long run, 77 yards, and then drops the football before getting into the end zone. We have talked about it. Looks like you could argue that he actually got over.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that felt very touchy.
But that's not really the debate. The debate is whether it was over the line of what you can do with a player.
Yes, then him on the sideline berating the player. And it's, I generally am against that kind of a thing because that player knows.
Knows what?
Knows that they messed up. He's probably already feels, I don't know.
Well, that gets into a discussion.
That's a pretty woke, soft way to deal with things.
Well,
but you need to pile on more? Quite obviously, this guy knows that he effed up. But who knows? Maybe they had gone over this in practice.
Yeah, and it's I guess you're just kind of discussing the function of discipline. And I'm generally with you. Like I don't hit my kids. Right. I do acknowledge that when I did get smacked, I remembered a lot better. Like, oh shit, that sucked really bad.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't do it because I think it's kind of an easy way out. At the same time, your argument about how, you would never yell at a kid like a football coach does in a math class logically makes a lot of sense to me. But when you have an element of physical violence and danger to the job, like football, like the military, I don't know. I don't know. I think like with, Hegseth was getting dunked on by the military community the other day for his like, yeah, we're going to start hitting recruits again and shit, because most of the smart people in the military lean on that, a society that has its fighting done by cowards and its thinking done by, you got to have the same thing there. I can't remember the quote exactly, but the cowards and warriors thing of smart people need to be in charge of battle and strong people need to also be in charge of thinking. It can't just be the tough guys. It doesn't work. Motivating with fear, then people only do what they're supposed to do when they're afraid.
Yeah.
So generally I'm against it, but I also don't know that I'm going to like crucify a coach for losing one of 17 games, he's probably going to get fired. And him slapping a guy in his protective gear 3 or 4 times, I have a hard time getting too mad about that. At the same time, if DeMarcado would have two-pieced him and put him in the hospital, they would have arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
So as a coach now, you have a different perspective.
No, it's
now
not that.
You're stalking the sidelines.
No, I mean, I didn't think it was weird when our coaches hit us. Like, I mean, I can't tell you how many. I probably got a concussion more than from getting hit, from being slapped extremely hard in the side of a helmet over and over. That was just a normal thing. But, you know, now there's like a lot going on culturally that it's getting filtered through. I don't think he should have been disciplined. I think probably a talking to.
Jonathan Gannon shouldn't.
No, and I think DeMarcado and whoever have a conversation and they're like, listen, and then you handle it like that.
No, I think that you might have neutered him in the locker room a little bit here.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, we've never seen it really at the Cowboys since Parcells, but you want the aura, the feeling that your coach is in charge around here and what he says goes.
I could see maybe a situation where it just gets the team and the locker room more together because they're like, that's ridiculous. They're fining him over this. We're football players. They're not. He understands football.
Right. You don't really see in the people putting out their opinions on this, the former players kind of think, yeah, okay.
Boy, more than that.
This is that wasn't that big of a deal, you know, for that kind of an egregious act on the field.
Yeah.
He should get that.
Yeah. And none more fired up. And maybe we should just consider this almost like a Trump tweet where there's one for everything. They're going to be funny. We can't mention it every day. But, boy, Dez. Dez has a lot going on Twitter. And somehow I found one this morning that I screenshotted it because when I went to click on it to copy it, it had already been deleted. And it's crazy long. He just rants and rants. I'm getting ready to work out.
Come on.
And all I can think about is how much I effing hate the sports world. Folks are saying stupid S like, Dez, I watched you throughout your career with your emotions, and you would have hit Jason Garrett. Now follow me here. I have too much pride in my approach towards success. So if something were to go wrong, I'm ready to take accountability. This bullshit political world we live in, very scary. People are paid to politicize. It sounds like he's saying, yes, I would have hit Jason Garrett, and then I would have taken accountability for it. He's all over the map. But in general, you're right. I don't know that Jonathan Gannon lacked for support. Now, what if Shoddy did it?
I have a little Cowboy stuff. I have some Shoddy, but you also have some.
Yeah, I've got some Dak from the post game.
All right.
Let's see. I think he's talking about Ryan Flournoy here. Flournoy?
Flournoy. There's no R.
Well,
I mean, there is an
is
R,
an
but
R.
It's the silent R, the common silent R.
He says something. You're going to have to help me out because they beep it. I guess this is a saying. I don't know what he's saying.
A guy that second year, very, very hungry, is not afraid to tell you how much he wants it. I had plenty of conversations with him, you know, going back to like those Atlanta trips and just those off-season times of spending together and getting to know somebody. That guy he has a lot of, as an old coach, you say, in his neck. And he wants to be great and he wants to.
What in his neck?
Shit.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I've heard that before. And it checks out
as an old
on
coach,
here.
you say, in his neck. And,
who's beeping that?
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh, that's weird. They don't beep Shoddy when he says shit, but I think Shoddy dropped an F-bomb in the press conference this week, and they beeped it.
That's what I was wondering. Is he not
F in his neck?
No, it's S. I've heard.
Is it a slur?
I've heard that before. Not personally as from a coach again, but I have heard that saying in football.
It's weird. I just had never heard that. I've got a Shoddy thing, but I wanted to remind Dak is balling, maybe MVP. He's excellent. He's a great dude. He's still lame, and he still says this.
Yeah, he loves the game, and he's strong. He's going to win when it's man-to-man outside. Obviously, we've given him the ball in the run game back-to-back weeks now, and you've just watched how he's turned the edge, covered up the ball, put his head down, and he turns into a running back, you know, and it's mad impressive.
He's still saying mad.
I don't like it.
Mad impressive, man.
Flanoy making hella plays.
Yep. He's unk. What can you say?
He's so unk.
So
Well, go ahead.
no, I'm going to move on. So go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to move on to
No.
Shotty.
I thought you had a comment about him being old. I have one more.
Who's Stockton? Who's Malone?
Why don't you just leave us alone?
You shouldn't have started with me.
So I didn't start with you. He did. So there's been this thing going around about what coaches are telling their quarterbacks in the helmet. I think Chase Daniel started this. DiNucci got involved.
Lots of people did.
So this is a thing. And Dak was asked about Shoddy in the play calling. And again, Dak is lame. Shoddy's lame. And I kind of hated hearing this.
I'm even in my head said, "Say, let me get something going for you. You know, let me do a better job of calling plays." And you know, whether it was his fault or not, when you're the quarterback, you're like, man, you know, I appreciate that. You know, maybe it's not all on me and that they weren't your play calls. It's just taking accountability and then you know he called the touchdown to GP. So you know, and then he goes, "Hey, I'm back in my bag," and I go, "Yeah, you are." So.
I have no problems with that at all. All I hear is two guys locked in, although they may nightlight as youth pastors. It may be the lamest coach QB headset connection. They may have a bed of Train playing underneath it, or like if you like pina coladas or something.
You guys don't understand.
But they're cooking.
That Shoddy is cool.
Yeah.
Shoddy is keeping Dak young, as a matter of fact. And Shoddy had a question, or excuse me, was talking in the press conference and is a lot hipper than you think.
You haven't called plays in a while. Are you even surprising yourself at times about, man, this is working out the way I thought it was?
No, you never do that, man. Why would you ever do that? And then next week I come in, you can be like, man, you suck. And I'll be like, yeah, you know, my kids were laughing the other day. They were like, you know, Dad, how'd you do? And I was like, you know, 6'7", whatever that thing means. And they're like, you know about that? I'm like, yeah, I'm 51. I'm not 90, you know. But no, man, listen, you know me. I just.
You know what's embarrassing? Every single second of what you just played. But it was super bad before he got to Urban Dictionary. Just. He's doing an impression of me doing him. Yeah, you know, man, you can't do that.
You know me. You guys
play it
know
again.
Me.
The very beginning.
You haven't called plays in a while. Are you even surprising yourself at times about, man, this is working out the way I thought it was?
No, you never do that, man. Why would you ever do that? And then next week I come in, you can be like, man, you suck.
I got a thing about the Cowboys here. Do you think that because I think we're all feeling good right now. Like, I want the Cowboys to be good. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but it's good for our show. I want interest in the Cowboys. I want them to be in the playoffs. I would love them to go on a long playoff run. These Cowboy streams every other Sunday they're great. It's a lot of fun, and I love the way things are going with the Cowboys. But didn't we in the offseason say, don't do that. Let's take a look at this schedule. And we saw it playing out. We're like, they're going to get these wins early, and you're going to be feeling really good. But they're going to get smacked in the face later.
But no, that's what I said. You guys both said he would be fired by Thanksgiving, and I said you have the wrong plot. You have to. I'm the one who knows as the fan.
But I'm sucked in.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good. You're feeling like this is going great.
I think there's a pretty good chance they lose 3 or 4 to end the year and don't make the playoffs. And
if it's not for Shane Steichen, I think we got a coach of the year on our hands here.
They may have a coordinator of the year. That's
right.
Staff gets rated from Clayton Adams.
Right. He's going to have another job next year to go fix someone's running game.
While you're completely right, and we are way too excited, they also traded their best player the week before the season and reset the bar to everyone just being like, I don't even care anymore. So even getting to where they are now with a new head coach, with CD out, and with trading Micah effing Parsons.
The main thing is that,
not
Micah's
really
not
anything
here.
that could help you right now.
Huh?
Not for really anything that could help you right now. Kenny Clark's a nice player, but that's the 13th most important position on the field.
Yeah.
They didn't get anything. They just basically told you the owner got
but they
ads,
got more money to spend on the. We can keep this team
Hunter
together
Lipke
now.
extended. So but I think given that, it's
Got
okay to
Rathman.
be like,
Hunter Lipke is today's Rathman.
Yep. I didn't write an article, at least. I just did the segment.
We got the boys ready?
All of them.
All right, before we get to them, well, they could join us because we're going to talk about
the testosterone high today. Testosterone, whatever the it is. Testosterone.
Let me tell you what it's also the key to. Kicking ass in pics. I know one guy here who's on Game Day Men's Health Testosterone.
We can
I know
prove that.
one guy who's atop the leaderboard. GameDay.dumbzone.com. Get yourself signed up for an
Why don't
appointment.
you get out there, Blake?
One of their
Your
12
picks suck.
DFW locations, no doubt. No doubt. If I cared about my National Cowboys broadcast, I would do it on testosterone. But
I'm going to go get a B12 shot. Get me ready for this weekend. Going to the state fair this weekend.
heck yeah, maybe before Denver. If you're feeling a little down,
definitely,
just not feeling like your best self, there's really no reason for you not to go in, get your levels checked. That part's free, and they can tell you how they can help you. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. Maybe you're just not feeling up for working out, not really feeling up for anything. They can help you with that very quickly.
Maybe your weenie's like a little noodle.
Yeah. Yeah, not one of like...
They can actually help with
not
that.
one of the longer ones. either.
And don't be embarrassed because they hear about it all the time.
They do. So check them out at GameDay.dumbzone.com.
I hear about it all the time, too. Okay, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for DeeZ Picks.
That's right. Every Thursday, we pick games against the Sirois. Or Cirque Du Sirois, I should call it, because the Sirois twins also have adopted Danny Bayless.
When no one else would.
We have a little audio issue, right, Blake? What do we got going on?
I think Cash is just at Mavs Media Day having a blast.
Hey Jake, I want to hear more.
Throw me in.
I want to hear more from Code Switching Shoddy.
What's up, man? Yeah, hey, what's up, bro? What's good? Shoddy here.
We have Danny Bayless. We have Mike Sirois. We have Cash Sirois.
I'm fitting.
What's the match of the day, Mikey? What do we have going on in the background there? Is that the American Dream Dusty Rhodes?
That's a commercial. No. This is just a 10-hour loop of Bret Hart.
Okay. Hell yeah.
That's kind of my plan for the day.
They had Dirk on their show, Blake.
You did.
What gives?
It's Blake's fault.
I don't know if their producer booked him or the host did.
We have the
He was on
Ryan
Ben
from
and Skin the
iButler.
night before, Blake.
Yeah, we have Ryan from iButler here. He makes glasses. Great glasses.
Did you watch the Dirk thing? Or you guys see it?
I'm about halfway through the whole episode, but I did see something.
I was a little
on social
disappointed.
Media.
I was disappointed in
Dirk
just
talking fatherhood is great.
It's just the softballs that the Sirois like. What are we doing here? Get this guy on the run. Have him answer some questions.
I didn't hear a word about Gaza.
Right, where does he stand on that? Does he support a ceasefire?
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes that they didn't ask, if you know what I mean. No, it was super cool.
I did ask him if he would agree to being 8 feet tall. Guaranteed that one of his kids will win Wimbledon. And he's like, I'll stay at 7.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's going on with the audio? Who are we blaming?
It's Cash.
Cash is sitting in a room with other people talking? What are we doing here? We're just getting a lot of background noise, my friend.
All right, see ya.
Okay. Or just
You know what?
cut the audio.
On that note, I'll see you guys too.
Bye, Danny.
I'm just kidding. What's up?
Did I redo my Dirk joke or okay? No, we'll just move on.
Yeah,
we're doing picks, man.
I have an idea for a bet payoff. This would be hilarious. Imagine the loser has to do nothing.
It's early, dude.
Well,
Where do I sign?
Mark that because, it is early. You never know what's going to happen. But the Dumb Zone is now 11 games ahead of Cirque Du Sirois.
You don't need to put that graphic up.
As I look at the last week.
Jesus.
Again, look at the
right there with
weekly
you, Danny.
picks. You got to hit your triple play, man.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
That's what it's all about. As I'm just looking at anybody with a winning record week to week has hit their triple play. Jake went 8-2 last week.
That can be...
Cash went 7-3. He hit his triple play.
Over time, you can close ground, but this early...
Oh, did I go 7-3? Oh, I barely hit that triple play. The Vikings beat the Browns by 4. And in another pool I'm in, I lost because it was a 4.5-point spread. But this one I won, 3.5. Vikings over the Browns, and then who else got the AAA? Oh, Cash and Jake. Anyway,
Dude, Cash 2 weeks ago went 1-9, right? And he's still in dead last, like by a decent amount. And he pulls 1 week where he goes 7-3, and he was trying to call like a players only meeting with all of us.
He's in charge now.
Yes, freaking banging his fist. Like Jesus,
That's leadership. That's leadership. Unless we forget, under the current proposed rules and regs here, the payoff would be being done by Blake, Danny, and Cash.
Just what everyone wanted.
So we're
Jake
saying
and Dan and Mike Sirois would be safe right now.
Okay, so I'm not. I don't know. We've been talking about this. It just
This
feels
is the worst league of all time.
It just feels weird, like we're teams, but then we're not teams in the end. We're not teams.
Our whole operation, the crux of it is we come up with something and we're like, that is a good idea. And we're like, there's going to be pluses and minuses, pros and cons. And then we do it
And
knowing
then
that. And
then
then
I start
the
complaining about
second the cons become available, it's like, why did we do this?
Yeah.
Why did we? I'm like, I thought we.
Yeah, you're right.
The whole, there's going to be a drawback. We're getting a pro. We keep it competitive the whole way. It was Blake's idea.
Was it your idea?
Kind of.
Yeah. So he'll have to stick with it.
I love how we're a third of the way through the year. We still don't really know what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're doing something
it,
now.
I mean, it drives me effing insane. Like
Jake likes to have
the whole
closure on
losing
things.
team.
I like to just keep things hanging.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You listen to this, okay?
Keep it fluid.
You never know what's going to happen. So let's see. What are the standings then? Just with us against each other. Obviously, the Dumb Zone beating Cirque Du Sirois, but Jake is on top. We have now picked how many games, guys? 30, 40, 50 games? And Jake has hit 32 of them.
5-0 in triples.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, it says
Pretty
here
sure
you
that
are.
other sheet.
Yeah, probably just 4-1.
Says here you're 5-0 in the triple plays. 32 and 18 overall.
I
Mike,
guess there is a way.
Mike Sirois is 26 and 24.
That's me.
I am the average man. Most people listen to this segment and this show and just any podcast because of me. Because they relate to me. I'm just a guy who goes 25 and 25. Who knows? Danny,
set your watch to it.
Danny at 21 and 29. Blake with 20 wins, 20 and 30, and then Cash with 19. So very competitive down there at the bottom.
Can I ask a not exactly picks related question, but it's been burned in my head for a day because I didn't see your show yesterday, but the YouTube link basically just says Jake wants a bee beard.
Yeah, so I don't remember. We had a story a few weeks ago. There was a local guy, made good. He ran a bee removal company, and they had to call him out to remove like 30,000 bees from some house where some guy's parents were living. He went over there and was like, you got bees up here. You're going to die. This guy got it done. Somebody sent it to him. In the segment, I said, I'd love to try the bee suit. I would think you'd be a guy who'd like to try that too.
I'm iffy on it, but the first thing I thought was that should be another option for the ultimate loser of picks is you have to go get a bee beard.
Yeah, not with the
original?
suit.
Yeah.
Right?
To be clear, I did not volunteer for the beard. The suit I did, and I think that'd be cool. The beard would be a very good payoff. If there were 3 people having to sit there with the bee beard, I would. Yeah. I think that's gonna be tough to top in the game of payoff.
That's the key. You have to just stay calm.
That would be very good.
And I would do it.
Would our bee guy let us do that or no?
He definitely knows someone who can get you a bee beard by COB.
Because you talk about tune in. I think that would do some numbers. Who knows?
Hey, Jake, who was the original B-beard guy? I know James Harden has a B-beard, but it was a Golden State player, right?
Baron Davis.
Way back in the Baron Davis, yes.
Who at one point in the last 5 years was having sex with Laura Dern, I think, which is an unlikely Hollywood couple.
Is that a fresh one?
Yep.
Fresh Kempspin?
I have to look it up, but I think it was her.
He's a movie guy, yeah.
Was he boning her while he had the bees on his head?
Probably.
Like maybe the ultimate loser, dead last, can either do the 24-hour stream or get out of it with a nice clean bee beard.
Or the loser gets to fuck Laura Dern.
Okay. And gets $1 million. What are you taking? Bee beard's an interesting prospect. And see, if we had done it my way, Dan, and shut down conversation week 1, we wouldn't have this fresh, innovative idea.
There you go.
A point for you.
Thank you. Thank you. And your voice sounds really good now.
You're
I think it just took a while, right? You guys think he was a little raspy at the beginning of the show? From yelling at his kid?
I didn't, but
I need somebody to support me.
I'm not sleepy. See that sign?
Just yawned.
You see that sign?
He woke up at 3 a.m. What time are you getting up these days?
Today was 5.
Oh, wow. How's that feel?
Great.
Like, seriously, because you'll get up at 3:30, right?
Yes, sometimes.
Like a maniac.
A couple days a week. That's how I'm 32 and 18.
Capping.
That's right. All right, before we get to the picks, let's at least mention that we are going to be not only facing the Sirois in picks every week, but Rivian has contracted us to get out to the State Fair this Saturday and face the Sirois in a battle of cornhole with the Rivian truck. So they have a front trunk in the awesome Rivian vehicles. They're electric vehicles, like luxury electric vehicles. In the front trunk, they have a cornhole thing fits right in there. And so we're going to play cornhole. It's the Rivian Cornhole Front Trunk Challenge. The game will kick off, I think, at noon. We'll be there from 11 to 1 at the truck zone at the fair, the Rivian truck zone. I don't know. Help me out here. Where are we going to be?
I actually don't know.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping someone else
go
did.
to the State Fair and look for us.
Yeah.
Look for Rivian.
Hey, Mike, we can expect the email of how to get in and where to go at about, 10:50.
There might not be an email.
Saturday.
This may
You
be a
might
choose your own
never get
adventure.
one. It might be just show
I'd be careful. That'll be
figure out how to get
bonus.
there.
How much are tickets?
Yeah, well, they're less than the money that Rivian's going to pay you to be there. So it'll be easy to get in.
Break even.
Come on out to the fair. You can meet Chappie. He'll be with me. I know that's
You guys going to the game?
We are.
Going to the game?
We are.
Nice.
Isn't
paying for
Rivian? Give the web. There's like a website they want us to go send people to as well.
Rivian.com/bigtex. 11K worth of Texas-made handmade goodies. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's some cool stuff.
$8,000 pair of boots and like some crazy table that you got to get on a wait list if you even wanted to order.
An $8,000 pair of boots.
Yes.
Yeah. One pair of boots.
Mm-hmm.
$8,000 pair of custom boots that this guy has over a year-long wait list for you to even have the pleasure.
Graham Ebner Boot Maker.
And they're giving that away? All right.
Giving it away.
And who knows? Maybe we'll get a little side bet going this weekend, and the bee beard will be on display next week during picks.
For cornhole.
I'm in on bee beard. Someone has to have a bee beard.
Oh, by the way, guys. Well, I'm telling on you, and you're on my team. But Jake's practicing cornhole. He borrowed my cornhole so he could practice at home.
That's not legal as per the regulation.
But the question is, are these guys, didn't you say if anybody is prepping for this, it's the Sirois?
prepping /
like they're probably taking lessons.
I promise you, Mike has played more cornhole than anyone else on this call combined.
Because I can promise you, Danny is not practicing cornhole.
And probably hasn't played much, like me.
Cash bought 2 Rivians for this.
Parked him the exact distance. He built a replica, like the rehearsal.
Right, in the fair.
He's got the midway behind it. Spare no expense.
All right, so let's do some picks. We pick in the order of first to worst. That means if you are behind, then you could take on that guy who's first. Let's go against his triple play. You can make up a lot of ground that way, folks. So the order is Jake, Mikey, Dan, Danny, Blake, and then Cash. So Jake, what do you have for this week? We must pick the Cowboy game with the odds that we have on our sheet the day we print it off, and it's Cowboys at Panthers. Cowboys -3. They have to win by 3 on the road. A tough place to play. The Panthers are they've been showing a little something lately, right? Maybe Bryce Young is not failed.
What? You haven't mentioned the Rico Dowdle revenge game yet.
Rico Dowdle? Oh, Shoddy laughed at that.
He did?
In the press conference, oh, yeah, I heard he's...
Everyone laughed at that. Kenny Clark was like, okay.
Well, he had 200 yards rushing last week.
I know, but then immediately he was like, they don't know what's coming. I'm like, all right, just...
kind of think they do.
You'll probably get another 200.
So you have to at least pick the Cowboy game, and you have to pick your triple play, which could be anything.
Okay.
You out of here? Oh, okay, you're coming back. All right.
All right, it would make a lot of sense for me to keep triple playing the Cowboys. I have full faith that we are still in the window where my confidence is more in line with the reality than the books. And we only have maybe 2 weeks of that left. But since I can sense that Dan thinks I'm mailing in this segment by triple playing the Cowboys every week, I am not triple playing the Cowboys.
I just want you to keep winning, baby.
Hit that music we started the show with. Let's head out west, boys. How far out west? We're talking about Hawaii. We got a Saturday night matchup where the Rainbow Warriors are getting a point and a half.
Theme song, I guess.
They're looking to honor the late Colt Brennan, the Picks one.
That show?
The one we started with, you idiot.
said the show. And
While also turning these Utah State Aggies into Latter-day Saints. The Bo Dubs are coming off a 44-35 win over Air Force, but the post-game win expectancy model in that game said they actually should have lost it against the spread. The Aggies are 5-0 this season, 2-0 as a 1.5-point favorite or greater this year. We like this game, but the weird factor of Hawaii will be negated by the fact that half of Utah State's team is probably from Tonga. So we're staying away from this one, and we'll look elsewhere. We're going to go over to Raiders-Titans. Right now, the Titans are getting 4.5 points. What we like about this game, Cam Ward coming together deep balls. Big time. The Raiders super susceptible to the deep ball thus far this year. Geno Smith has struggled mightily. The Titans don't get a ton of pressure, but what they have gotten, they've gotten home large. Sack to pressure ratio is high, but we're not going with that fucking game.
Good. I don't want you to do that.
Oh, wait.
I thought he was about to put our future on the Titans.
I'm just triple playing the Cowboys again.
Yeah.
Give me the Cowboys.
Triple play.
Beautiful.
Now,
I like it.
if I take Hawaii,
3
Utah
a.m.
State as my extra game, I don't want to hear
Scared
any
me.
bitching from my teammates.
No. I realize you've watched a lot of Utah State football this year. I know you're good for it.
He was mad at Cash's Washington State pick. Like,
San Diego State pick.
Yeah, San Diego. It may be Washington State this week. I've seen the board.
Yeah, Blake only wants us to pick games, but he doesn't want us to read anything about the weather.
You can read
injury
but don't
reports.
Just type in a Chat GPT. Give me the best pick of the week from a team I haven't seen play in 4 years.
Chat GPT. I pay $2.99 a month for this service, and you will respect.
Ridiculous.
I'm writing it off on my taxes.
Ooh,
hell yeah! Dude.
Nice idea.
Thanks.
Okay. Anyway,
Rough.
Mike. So Jake will just do 2 picks in one. The triple play and the Cowboy game. Mike Soroy is up next.
Thank you. We have, do you know that we're missing a game here that we should have put on the table? 136 D1 teams exist. And this week, according to the ESPN Power Rankings, we have number 135 UMass against number 136 Kent State.
Wow.
We have the worst football game possible.
We may have to make a change. What's the spread?
Sitting right there.
It's got to be a
Even?
pick 'em.
There's just an emoji of a guy shrugging where it says spread.
That's a great one.
Wow, the over-under is 6.
0-5 versus 1-4.
I think I'd be right there with Jake Wooden for these effing Cowboys who I keep fading and they keep doing me wrong. But that said, let's do it one more time. Panthers +3. And you're right. I've never seen a look like I saw in the eyes of Tony Pollard when I saw him when he was looking at the schedule and he saw what game is next.
It's Dowdle. You don't even have the right back. There's another guy. There's another guy that'll carve him up at some point if they play. But yeah, it's just another. I don't know. Malik Davis is probably somewhere.
You don't even have the right guy.
It's okay though.
We know what you meant.
Yeah, they tore up the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, who else has done that?
Yeah, impossible. So give me the Panthers plus Trey. Triple and wild card. We're taking USC -2.5. They're playing Michigan. Bryce Underwood, underwhelming thus far this year in this handicapper's eyes. And anything under 3 points, I think we of the sharp money are all over. So wild card and triple play is going to be USC -2.5, and we're taking Panthers +3.
Triple play.
Boy, I haven't put eyes on USC at all this year. Are they back, or they just played bad teams? Appears to be the latter. They're 4-1 though, but let's see what happens.
We'll ask Jared tomorrow. He's stoked on USC. All right, up next is me. So for the Cowboy game, man, I'm torn. I really want to take the Panthers as well, because I go back and forth on the Cowboys. I'm exactly like Jerry Jones as GM. Like, they'll do one thing this one week, and I'll be on them, and then the next week they do something. So, but I think Jerry's a pretty successful guy over the long haul.
Right? You don't have his money.
A lot of money. So let me just keep going back and forth. I'll go back to the Cowboys now. I'll take the Cowboys to cover 3. I don't feel good about it, though. They're in this spot where they're really feeling great about themselves, and I feel like this is a time they could get smacked in the face. A noon game, right?
Like in the narrative of the season, it would make more sense if they lose this one and then have a hard-fought, eke-out win over the Commanders.
Oh, for sure.
Way more sense.
But, so like I said, I'm going Cowboys. And then there's some tasty little morsels across the NFL, I think. I'm going to show you a couple of them. One is 4-1 San Francisco heading to 4-1 Tampa Bay. San Francisco reeling, injuries all over the place. They're coming off an emotional game that was they didn't expect to win at L.A., but they have had 10 days of rest then to face Baker. Baker's, been the league MVP so far, but I don't know where we are in the cycle.
Right.
So I don't feel good just going with Baker either. I don't feel good going with the Cowboys. Same type of thing. So I'm going to stay away from that, but I do like...
What's the number again?
3. I do like Tampa by 3 there.
I think I'm with you.
Also, not necessarily tasty because of a huge spread, but tasty because of disarray in Cincinnati. So they have traded for Joe Flacco. Midweek. And they've named him their starter.
Shut up. I didn't follow up on that story, for real.
He will be starting this Sunday as they face the Green Bay Packers in the late game.
Oh, no.
This must be the Romo game, right? Is this on most of the country?
I would assume San Francisco, Tampa Bay. Well, let's see.
Okay, yeah. That or that. But so Green Bay coming off a bye. The Bengals just traded for a quarterback. Do you know the last time a quarterback joined a team midweek and started,
Baker Mayfield with the Rams?
Baker Mayfield with the Rams. He was acquired on a Tuesday.
I feel like I work at a Baker Mayfield museum.
They had a Thursday night game.
I remember.
He wasn't acquired. Like, he was released by Carolina on a Tuesday, picked up by the Rams, started Thursday night, and won.
It was insane. I remember it quite well.
Do you know who's not Baker Mayfield? Joe Flacco. I just think Joe Flacco is going to get swarmed, killed. I think. Here's another thing that's gone out on social media. Tell me Micah Parsons isn't aware of this little. Have you seen the thing? There's been a picture and it'll show a stat. It'll show solo tackles this year. Micah Parsons has 4. Wide receiver Jamar Chase has 5.
Wow. Okay.
Tackling after interceptions. So Jamar Chase, the wide receiver, has more tackles than Micah Parsons this year. So I think he's going to be really motivated. I think you might see Micah Parsons get 3 sacks this Sunday.
Did you see? I did see a quote from him.
No.
He was just like, I hadn't had Flacco. He's like, I got to get one before.
Hungry.
I got to get him
hungry
before he goes. Yeah. Like he's collecting records, bodies like that. Yeah. I'm looking at my Flacco.
But 14, man, that's really scary. So I'm not going to go with that. What I am going to go with, though, is I can't believe this weird scheduling quirk. And let's just go after the team that I won betting against last week. So the Cleveland Browns, I don't even remember a team going to England and then playing the next week.
Yeah,
unless they're
weird.
playing in England. They always get the bye week after that. So they had a road game, then they went to England, and they come back to play in Pittsburgh.
Is the rodeo in Cleveland or something?
Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin coming off a bye. Have you ever seen anything like this? Like, it just feels like this is totally set up.
Politics,
and they've traded Joe Flacco, so they're all in disarray. They don't even know is Shador, or are they calling up Bailey Zappi off the practice squad to be the backup? They haven't said yet. Anyway, Pittsburgh favored by 5.5. I know that's big for a division game, but the Browns got to be whipped, man. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win by 5.5. This Sunday against the Cleveland Browns.
God, I love it.
Triple play.
Triple play.
Dan's going to give you foreplay. He's going to get you your nipples hard, all of it before he's love it.
So next up we have Danny Bayless.
You live by the coin, you die by the coin. Flipping a coin for these games can get you 7 and 3. And it can also turn around and get you 3 and 7.
That's how it works.
So I've come up with a new strategy this week for my triple play. First, I will give you Dallas -3. I'd like to take the Cowboys to continue their success. This week for my triple play, I printed off Blake's spreadsheet of all of the games, and I had my 4-year-old wipe a booger somewhere on the spreadsheet. His little piece of snot landed on San Diego State -7.5 over the Nevada Wolfpack.
Yeah.
So I'm tripling San Diego State, the mighty Aztecs that have a smeared booger on their name on the spreadsheet. And I think I've got a great fucking chance.
Triple play.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Listen, I'll be watching Saturday night. Late night game.
Up next is Blake Jones. Who?
Give me
6, 7.
Dude.
I just do all the things the kids love.
I know, man. Fentanyl.
Give me the Cowboys. It's more fun to me when they win.
The worm is turning over here now.
I know, it's tough.
I may change this.
They're going to lose because of this.
I may change this pick based on how the charter gets out on time.
Ooh,
so yeah. I hold that in my back pocket. For my triple, I'm looking at 3 games that have 7.5 point spreads because they're all a good team versus a bad team. We've got the Rams playing at the Ravens.
Which often happens with 7.5 point spreads. But go ahead.
I didn't interrupt you, so I'm going to plow forward. The Rams are
Welcome to
playing
Super Bowl
at the
54,
Ravens,
where
and
the
Ravens
spread
just
is
got
13 and a half.
crushed. But it's a West Coast team headed east. I don't like that. Denver is playing at the Jets. Denver coming off a big win. The Jets stink at 0-5. But
I like Denver. I like that.
West Coast team headed east. I'm going to stay away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go to tonight, where the Eagles are pissed. They lost their first game of the season last week to the Broncos. They had a lead. They had a 17-3 lead in that one. They let it go. They're playing the Giants, who are just full of themselves after they beat the Saints. 1-4? Are you kidding me? Give me the Eagles -7.5. Let's get it over with tonight. Give me a 3-0 start for the week.
I like it.
Triple play.
Good job, Blake. Good pick. Good pick.
The Eagles never play down to their competition and end up with close wins. And
Saquon is mad.
It's Saquon versus New York still.
I love it. I was going to take it.
Give me 206 touchdowns for Saquon tonight.
I like the idea of just knowing by Friday morning, too.
Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah. All right, and Cash Roy, we'll have to.
I got his if you want him.
All right.
Let's see. We've got Cash.
Can I pick? Can I tell you what I think he's going to pick?
Yeah, sure. So let's do Cowboys first.
What does Grok say?
On Cowboys, he will take the NFL ones are way harder because the margins are smaller. He'll take the Panthers.
He took the Cowboys -3.
Okay.
And what do you think he's taking for his trip?
Mississippi State game.
Tell me if it's college or pro.
It's college.
It's either Hawaii, Georgia Southern, or Colorado State.
Why, you've been looking at like the money versus the whatever?
You tell me.
Those are fine guesses, Jake, but no win for you.
Damn.
Cash hopes to get a win by choosing the Toledo Rockets -10.5 over the Bowling Green Falcons.
Dude, I'm going to be so locked in. ESPN 19.
Saturday at 11 a.m. Well, that is very much against the service's advice, Blake, so you're going to have to live with it. If we're fading the things we pay for, you can't get mad. That was a lot of fun, guys.
Your pick made me look this stat up. Jalen Hurts 1-8-1 against the spread in his last 10 as a 7-point favorite.
Here's your invitation to triple the Giants, Mike.
Oh!
I'm already locked in.
A challenge coin. Yeah.
We at the top of the table don't react to the.
Well, thanks to the Sirois,
Yeah.
or Cirque Du Sirois. Tune in to them tomorrow. Tonight. Sorry.
Tonight, 8 o'clock.
Tune in tonight on YouTube.
Be beard.
Du Sirois.
Love it.
And we'll see you out at the State Fair on Saturday at the Rivian setup, correct?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Walk around until you find it.
That's right. Just go to the State Fair, and we'll be there. We promise.
Later, boys.
All right.
Bye.
The
There they go.
NFL will, I don't know if it's like 100%, but a team can request if they want the buy or not. Like most of them take it after international, but you can say no. And apparently the other times this has happened, like the Colts did it in 2016 because they didn't want to buy that early in the season, which it looks like it was this week.
Well, and the Browns usually make really sound, good decisions.
They may have
This is
literally
weird.
waved off a buy.
Like,
The
we'll
Colts
be
are
rolling
strong.
at that point. Why would we want to buy? I'd love
it's
to
just
come
the
back home and
Steelers,
play
they're usually
Pittsburgh.
kind of in disarray, so
Yeah.
that's great. You
You
know what else is great?
I would think it was changing out all your doors in your home in
One day.
24 hours. Way less than 24 hours, actually. They're not going to be at your house that whole time. It's like one regular day,
Mm-hmm.
right? They'll change out all the doors. It's one-day doors and closets.
OneDayTexas.com/promo30. That is the deal that they still have running for you, where you can buy one door, get one door free. They
Fully
come on
finished.
out. They coming out and they measure your situation. They've got 3D measuring technology. They make the door right there on site from the digital blueprint. It's like a little piece of artwork in your house. Maybe you haven't looked at your doors in a long time. They probably suck.
That's why you haven't looked at them.
But people will be coming over to your house and they're like, did you guys move or are these just new doors? That would be a weird thing to be confused about. It's
What
one
you'd
day
have to do is you get like real pretentious and stuff, and you have a little plate of hors d'oeuvres and maybe a glass of wine, and you walk from door to door, and then you comment, "Oh, I believe this one is
right."
Or
you put on one of those little eyeglass things.
Yeah, like wow.
That's what people are going to be doing at your house when you get new doors from One Day Doors and Closets, because they also do closets. If we didn't say that. OneDayTexas.com/promo30. The phone number over there is 940-969-4790.
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
Time for viewer mail, right?
Yeah.
Where's the run sheet? Oh, Mike Piellucci's at 1. So about 20 minutes away, we got Mike Piellucci talk about his article in D Magazine, and just to talk about Dirk, right?
Mm-hmm.
When's a bad time to talk about Dirk?
Well, I don't know. It does make me think of Luca. Luca was on Hot Ones today. It was sent to me many times, and I probably won't watch it.
Yeah, I can't look at that. I don't care. Anthony Davis, all right. Like, I hated him before he was a Mav. Like, I'm not going to now like him. Like, I didn't like his game. I don't like anything about him. He's a dork. Oh, I got some snail mail, actually, to the den. I can lead off with that.
Okay.
This is literal viewer mail. Who states that October 10th is my birthday. Now, that's this weekend. But I didn't want to do this tomorrow because he had sent a little gift. This is from Chris. And his leaders are Dan, Jake's sobriety, and Blake's grandfather's euthanasia baseball bat.
Whoa.
What did he kill?
His dog.
With a bat.
Yeah.
With an Easton.
Probably an Easton.
A green Easton.
He probably thought that the veterinary world was rushing in behind him to follow that trend. It's like, oh, okay. They're doing
So this is Chris. He's turning 50. If you ever need an expert on drones, photography, or 3D printing, hit me up. He wants a birthday shout out to his Instagram profile at Flashback Media Works. He would like fellow DFs who would give me a follow and a look. Anyway, he gave us this. A Dr. Laura mug.
That's fantastic.
Go take on the day.
He says, I can't recall if there are any coffee drinkers on the show, but if not, it does hold other things such as tea and pencils.
A little TV.
My hope is that it will grace the Dragon Den or the Game Day Men's Health Studio for years to come. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. This was sent to us many, many times, and people did it in a mean, mocking manner. Dan brought up Red Zone the other day, and apparently there's a thing on NFL Network where they just kind of do bounce around the leagues, and that's what's the league, and that's what Steve Smith is on. It's not real Red Zone, because I was really confused. Like,
because it said Red Zone on the. It was on the plane. I was watching it on the plane.
And I think they have a free version where they maybe don't show as many cut-ins or something, but I'm recording it now.
Okay.
You should too.
I should. Yeah. So it's free on YouTube?
Yes.
YouTube TV?
Yeah, you can just record NFL Network during the Sunday
Dude,
slate.
Steve Smith's funny.
I've always loved him.
Get
if
over
that's
it.
where they're hiding him. Thank you to Grizzled McGrizzly for sending that along.
That's not someone's name.
Some debates on the hot water, brushing your teeth in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
I was told many times this is disgusting.
Why?
Apparently just doing it with shower water, and I'm like, well, what are you guys doing it with?
No, I don't mind
Sink
that.
Water.
I used to keep a toothbrush in there.
The main thing people, and I
morning
looked
shower.
this up, is, and I don't think I often do this, but leaving the toothbrush in the shower is not good.
So,
apparently, like bacteria-wise, that is
Anna
strongly-
Kay, I changed my game after Anna Kay was at the den, and she couldn't believe I left my toothbrush in the bathroom.
Right.
Just where other people, people visit the den and they go to the bathroom in there. My toothbrush is just in there, and poo particles could raise in the air and
we're
just
farting on it.
Attach themselves to it. So I threw that toothbrush away, and I now keep a bathroom or a toothbrush in a drawer.
Now, if it had just been you in the den, would it bother you? Like that's
No, I don't think so.
Your own poop particles are okay.
Right. That's just regenerating life. It just goes out of me and then back into me and out and back in.
I'll buy it.
That's why you can drink your own urine, but not someone else's.
So,
doctor recommend that.
These are things for regular people. Like I'm giving you, because I don't care, but keeping your toothbrush in the shower is highly frowned upon. However, I recently, my wife bought it's either battery powered or you charge it. It's an electric water pick, and it effing rules. You got to fill it up with water each time, but once you turn that bad boy on,
my wife has one of those.
I mean, I know you're a big floss guy, and maybe you still do both, but I'm not big floss guy. And you run that thing through your mouth like after brushing. What you see in your sink is disgusting. And
my wife got one,
just do with shower water.
My wife got one, used it like every day for a month, and then hasn't used it in 5 years.
Well, my wife got it because she got braces, so that was why it was introduced. But now it's sitting there, so I use it.
So she did the thing you wanted her to do? Did she also put in pigtails and?
Yeah, no.
Like, don't you have her wear that little?
We bought a whole
Girl Scout uniform.
Yep.
Do the old knock on the door? This week kids are out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Little cosplay, little role play.
Right. I'm a coach.
Come on in. I'll look for my checkbook and I'll buy some cookies from you.
Jesus, that's specific.
I'll sponsor your magazine drive. Come on in.
Yeah.
Just wait in the van.
No,
wait in the back.
I ever dress like I ever put her hair up and dress like a door-to-door Mormon, like a little cute boy in jeans and a nice white shirt.
Didn't you used to have her dress up in like the suit and the bow tie, like the what is that? The Nation of Islam.
Yeah, I have her dressed like Brother Mazone.
Yeah.
A little pistol.
Subject line: tell Jake to get off your ass.
Wrong day.
Dermatologists are sounding the alarm. Showering every day may be doing more harm than good. Our skin naturally produces protective oils in its home to beneficial bacteria that guard against dryness, irritation, and infection. Daily showers, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, strip away those defenses, leaving skin more vulnerable. Anyway, this is a research project from Harvard Medical School.
Woke.
You ever hear of that?
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, they just say showering every 2 to 3 days, you have much healthier, stronger skin than daily bathers. And look at this. Look at how strong that skin is.
Dude, that derm is tight.
Yeah.
I believe it, but I'm not going to change my routine because if I didn't shower every day, I would smell terrible. I smell right now.
So you fall into this. It says, of course, there are exceptions. Athletes.
No.
Bing.
No.
Those living in hot climates. Bing. And people exposed to heavy pollution. And that's when we will fart on you in the den. So you may need to shower more.
Yeah, I buy it.
But I'm not an athlete.
I buy that it's probably
I just sit in air conditioning.
Big water or big shampoo
Ocean
or big
water.
whatever. It's probably too much. But I would smell bad. Angelo still has hair, yeah?
No.
Okay, well, counterpoint.
Angelo's bald?
Mm-hmm.
Because Dan would always do the Adam Carolla thing of you don't see a whole lot of homeless guys with no hair.
Yeah, which
would indicate that.
Yeah.
No, he's got like a little on the sides, but yeah, he's mainly bald up top.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of bald homeless guys.
No, it's a chill life, I guess. No, I think the showering thing probably shampoo has something to do with it.
Subject line: Greg Louganis.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to send this a couple weeks ago around his birthday, but do you remember the 1997 made-for-TV movie about Greg Louganis called, quote, Breaking the Surface, starring Mario Lopez? This is basically how I learned about HIV and what being gay meant. Anyway, there's an IMDb page and the opening sequence on YouTube, which I rewatched just a moment ago. It's wild. It has the N-word and the R-word in the first couple of minutes. From John.
What?
So
97.
I've never heard of this. I do not remember it. However, I will be reviewing this very soon. In fact, maybe this weekend will be a nice time to watch.
You said the title again was what?
Breaking the Surface.
Okay.
A made-for-TV movie about Greg Louganis.
Okay. Probably a lot of people in the same boat. I learned what HIV was from the Magic Johnson story when I was. That's how it had to be explained to me. Now that didn't enter homosexuality talk or anything like that, but I understand that he was a diver, breaking the surface, right?
Are you saying this is a double entendre?
I don't feel like you name a movie
about
potential gay sex as breaking the surface.
Piercing the Starfish.
I feel like that would have been a little too
Greg
on
Louganis.
The proverbial nose, but yeah, I think that could have.
Taming the Bear.
I got one football related here from Garrett. Hello, funny female anatomy double entendre man and Jake. Much like Jake, I'm tormented on a weekly basis by the tush push and how it completely flips the scales to the Eagles' advantage. So the question is, how could it be stopped? They have a nearly 90% success rate running the play. It is unstoppable by conventional methods. The only way to stop this is to make them not want to run it. My suggestion is, whenever the Eagles line up for it, you should intentionally jump off sides, hit the O-line as hard as they possibly can, just take the 5-yard penalty. They were likely going to convert it anyways, and hope that your team can make it so annoying that the Eagles, or maybe you cause an injury, will no longer line up to run the play. The defense should forfeit the first down in favor of perhaps delivering enough punishment to make the Eagles stop with this nonsense. And I think they would probably hit you with 15.
Yeah.
And then they'd probably kick you out of the game.
Yeah.
And they'd hit you with another 15, which is very frustrating because there are other parts of football that the danger of it does negate the value or the propensity of running the play. Like, you don't think it's a shock that right now the middle of the field being the most fruitful part of the passing game? It's because you can't decleat people anymore. So there have been times where a physical deterrent in the game has kept people from trying certain things. And this would be different because it's pre-snap, but it's an option. It's kind of like the Seahawks, right? It was Dan Quinn Seahawks that they would interfere on every play.
Yeah, and eventually you're going to have to.
You call it, but you're not going to call it enough.
Right.
You're going to just mug. Cam Chancellor's going to mug somebody every play.
Wasn't that a Belichick thing with the Greatest Show on Turf? How he first beat them in the Super Bowl? Yeah, I think it was just, we're going to be really, really physical.
They can't call them all.
Yeah.
No, it sucks. It sucks, too, because I like the tush push. Everything I like happens up there. It sucks. They figured out football. Their fans are better. The Sixers won 3 or 4 titles with Sam Hinkie in the process.
No. Not yet.
Didn't you have a bet on that?
Move on.
Okay.
Oh.
I got a couple. One just in from our buddy Rob Schindler, who says, as a member of the American Airlines team and member of the 777 fleet training team, I was mortified to hear that the Wi-Fi on the fleet is subpar. I will look into this matter personally. I'm disappointed to know that Blake and America's team do not have superior Wi-Fi capabilities at 40,000 feet. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Wow.
So maybe we'll get the Wi-Fi fix for the Dallas Cowboys.
You know people at Big Plane.
We do.
That's incredible. The idea of the Cowboys not having Wi-Fi, like we're going to talk to Piellucci about the Dirk article. The idea that Dirk goes on the road and has to stay at a Best Western if he's in a... That just drives me... I don't know what the other option is, but it shouldn't be that. Shoddy needs Wi-Fi.
And then we have a long-term running bit about 9/11 memorials and where they are and how random they are. Well, apparently Denton has one.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been to, have not seen.
Oh, no.
That's not real.
Decorate next to it.
Really?
And
put the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man
downtown
next to
Denton
it.
has begun...
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is as tall as the 9/11.
Downtown Denton has begun decorating for Halloween, and yes, they put a giant Michelin Man looking thing.
No, it's from... You've not seen the Ghostbusters movies, I gather?
I only watched the female one.
Yeah, because you support women.
Right.
Right. And it's funnier.
They're funny. Get over it.
I love both of them equally. For a long time, I loved 2 the most, and this is from the movie This is from the Ghostbusters.
That makes it a little bit better.
Ghostbusters 2, and he's huge.
But yeah, he's right next to the, the Twin Tower Memorial, and he's just as tall, and it looks ridiculous. And we had a listener
smiling at it.
That's not good.
Take it. He, I guess, hopped. No, he didn't hop.
Oh
he
no!
Just took his picture next
it's
to it.
right behind the sign that says 9/11 Firefighter Memorial, a memorial bell tower.
Yep, with the Ghostbuster man right there. So, if you're in Denton to watch Mean Green play South Florida, why don't you swing by the 9/11 Memorial?
Has Bin Laden ever been a costume?
Oh yeah, dude.
So you
there was
think
a time when
an inflatable Bin Laden would be better there?
Yeah. Better in some ways, I'm sure. Wow, I was not expecting that. I got a couple gummy thoughts for you here. Are they on the docket today, by any chance?
I actually don't think so.
Okay, we'll go get some early bird.
Yeah, we're pro early bird CBD.
So I take a lot of, you guys know this, I take crazy people medication, so I got to go pick up meds like every month, 3 different ones. And I'm sure you've thought about this before. It's like a very, what's the deal? Why do we have generic pharmaceuticals? Like, when I go to the store, I know that there are some generics that are, like, as good, even though they're cheaper. Obviously, we talk about, like, H-E-B, some of the little pockets. But in general, when you, big toilet paper guy, you know that the generics suck.
That's why I won't buy generic drugs. And this is an argument I get in with my wife. Because she always buys the generic. And I'm like, yeah, but if you get generic toilet paper, if you get generic paper towels, are they not significantly worse than Bounty?
That option
like,
shouldn't exist in medicine, though.
Right. But she's like, no, but it's all the same ingredients. My doctor says it's the exact same. And I'm like, okay, I kind of believe that, but...
They legally have to make them the same.
They have to make the active compounds the same.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So there's a bunch of other junk in, like the binders, the fillers, which may change the way it looks, which to me, I'm putting
like
them in my
taste.
body. So I would think they still matter, but they say those don't matter. So we make them cheaper. And I'm like, you know, it seems I don't buy generics of things I care about the quality.
Cereal, peanut butter,
soda.
That's a good one.
You ever drink cola?
I grew up
Dr.
on
Thunder slaps so hard.
Dr. Thunder's great.
But yeah, in general, you're right.
There's a drink called Dr. Thunder.
Oh, there used to.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fake Dr. Pepper?
It's Sam's.
Mountain Lightning was...
Like, I wouldn't even drink Mr. Pibb.
Mountain Lightning. What?
Mr. Pibb was the answer to Dr. Pepper.
Dude, this guy, we go to his house in Cleveland. It's on like a corner lot. It's a big house. Now he's telling us he can drink Mr. Pibb.
What?
Just a giant stump in the backyard just reeks of Mr. Pibb. I can't believe you didn't like Mr. Pibb.
I don't know what that is, but...
Or was
I
it Big
considered
Rock?
Mr. Pibb to be generic.
Was
Like, it wasn't Dr. Pepper.
I thought it was...
Nah,
see,
I like it.
It was bougie.
See, what I'm saying is Walmart and Sam's had a whole line of sodas called like Poopsie. Like they had knockoff Dr. something, Mountain something.
I just remember they had cola, and we bought a case of it in college because it was like, what?
But it's
4 cents per can?
These are all valid cultural conversations. They shouldn't apply to cancer medicine.
Right.
Like you don't need like doctor. I don't know.
You're not going to intercept cancer by taking shortcuts.
It's a good point.
I have one on Mark Sanchez.
Oh, fun.
From West. Since he's back in the news, I recall that Mark Sanchez appeared on The Masked Singer.
Okay. Along with...
Not only did he sing, but he wore a full spaceship costume and controlled a baby alien puppet. He claimed that he has always been interested in puppets.
What a weird claim.
It's the weirdest shit ever. Look it up. And yes, I used to watch The Masked Singer with my ex-wife. From Wes.
Damn, there's a lot of sadness in that sentence. But The Masked Singer is a trip, dude. It's the most acid trip show that we have. Obviously, like a lot of them came from Asia.
I've never watched it, but I have enjoyed your report, like when the girl that was kidnapped or something turned out to be the Masked Singer.
Elizabeth Smart was on there.
Like, look at her now, folks.
The whole crowd is cheering, like they all recognize her. It was really weird.
And much like Erin Andrews, she would never have been on that show if she didn't. Like, she kind of has to thank this old couple that kidnapped her, right? Look at the fame she has, the fame and fortune.
They're in the crowd?
She just had to go through a few years
like it's Maury
of beatings and brutal rapes, right?
You didn't have to dial it up.
And this is my last one. Greetings, Mr. Sex with Twats in Socks Man. Writing to you from NOLA. I'm getting married tomorrow. I hope to get a shout-out Thursday, as I always stay one day behind listening to the pod. Yesterday, I'm traveling to DFW from my home in San Angelo when I pulled over to my usual place to go number 2 at a Love's travel stop. The entire bathroom is empty, so I proceeded to do the usual checking of each stall for cleanliness. I go down the line. Every non-handicapped stall has water everywhere, toilet paper, all etc. I thought to myself, what would Dan do? So I chose the handicapped stall, which of course was spotless and pristine. About 2 seconds after sitting down, when the first prairie dog hit, I hear a gentleman come wheeling over.
It's an indistinguishable sound.
He stopped at my stall and saw it was in use, and then decided to choose the stall next to me as he struggled to get his roller in the tiny confines.
Why wouldn't he just wait?
Of his little baby stall. What are the odds? I quickly finished knowing I could not allow him to see my non-handicapped self exit the room and deal with this Larry David situation. My leaders are Jake being wind-rivered on an airplane and established the run.
That's the movie.
More Machine, more Jimmy, less Lawrence. Friday, I will attempt my first 10-second socks moosing in celebration of my nuptials. Wish me luck. If you ever need advice on the trash business, I am your guy. Stay hard, never punt, from Luke.
Good for him. Good for him. We can make that an ender.
Well, then we shall.
All right, coming up next, Mike Piellucci of D Magazine.
Hi, Rick Renner for Flooring Direct. Back in my TV days, I used to think negative publicity was better than no publicity at all. That's not the case at Flooring Direct. We thrive on reviews. A 4.7 Google star rating, top of Home Advisor and Best Picks. I won 13 of these babies in TV, but there's nothing comparing to the Super Service Award on Angie's List for 2 decades running and still champion. Get your free estimate today.
We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Okay, hear me out. AT&T Stadium, halftime. Cowboys fans going wild. Music hits, boom. 200 robot unicorns take the field to sort nacho cheese packets by expiration date.
You spend money on this?
I just spend money on this. I cashed out $400K in equity so that I could build them all personally, outfit them with animatronics, LED lights, and I got them fluent in Spanish.
Why do they speak Spanish?
Why would they not speak Spanish? It's a cultural thing. It's reach. It's just makes sense.
So let me get this straight. You refinanced your home to take cash out to build a herd of bilingual robot unicorns to inspect cheese.
Yeah, they don't inspect cheese. They celebrate expiration awareness, and I needed all of that money because I was going to hire Bad Bunny to do the voiceover. I'm hoping this makes sense now.
Jake, your insurance policy is for single-family residents, right? Not for mythical livestocks that also have pyrotechnics.
I did mean to update it, but I got sidetracked teaching the robot unicorns choreography.
Please.
Bye. Okay.
Please tell me to shut this down.
I tried to. I sent the quote. He gave me a thumbs up emoji, and then sent a gif of a mythical creature, unicorns.
I understood that to be legal acknowledgement.
No.
Not in my world.
Was it blue ink?
We'll fund it. We'll cover it. And if you dumb it up, well, we'll be here to fix it again.
I just got rear-ended. Should I call the insurance company?
It's always best to talk to us before dealing with the insurance company.
Okay, but I don't think I can afford a lawyer.
Don't worry. You don't pay us anything up front. No hidden fees, no surprises.
Oh, thank you. I feel so overwhelmed right now.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But the drone makes sense now, though. Because if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah.
You're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008. And all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Our main goal at Game Day Men's Health is to have each man feel his absolute best. You're not just a number. We care about each person. We want you to come in. We want you to optimize your testosterone. We want you to live your dreams.
Anything? See, the rings are a lot harder than people think. He's gonna be ripped and he doesn't have to go through the contact of football.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, man. It's so great that you're showing me pictures of your family. This is all I ever wanted, over the years we've worked together. Sometimes the work gets in the way, there's a little distance or a lot of distance, and now we're just here having chips, being friends, and enjoying each other's company, man.
Or brothers. It feels like we're brothers, or you're even a father figure I never had. And actually, if you're cool with it, I'd love for you to be my grandpa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I love that, man. Okay. Blake's grandpa, man. This is great. Everything's perfect
Feels
now.
right. Feels
right.
Anything? What is this? The opening ceremony of the Butt Buddy Olympics or something?
Wait, what's he doing here?
Well, my dream is to make fun of your dream. And I couldn't have imagined to be this good.
Yeah, he's got a point.
What? He's got a point. Whose side are you on? Grandpa Jake. Blake's grandpa.
That was your dream. Now we're in his dream.
Game Day Men's Health. Live your dreams. Most of them.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But the drone makes sense now, though. Because if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah.
You're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed
One, I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade, and they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man, so we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible.
Why should people watch DeeZ TV?
It's on. It's on. It's on every night.
It'll make you feel better about yourself.
Stock tips, medical advice, what to do when your wife goes to book club.
The meaning of life.
So I can keep my job?
DeeZ TV.
Weeknights at 9.
On More 27.
Deep. Thoughtful.
Meh.
No puppet. The puppet. You have puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You have puppet. No puppet. A puppet. No puppet. A puppet. You have puppet. The puppet. The puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You have puppet. No puppet. No puppet.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
So I don't know if Kukla did this on purpose. Have I been at Fox before with my bathroom rating?
Yeah.
Have we done that?
I think so.
You know, I like to rate the bathrooms based on how much soap that little thing will give you, whether it's an automatic, whatever, and really the hand towel, the paper towel. If you have a paper towel, first of all, you got to have a paper towel. If you just have an air dryer, you're going to go down a letter grade in my ranking.
Yeah, I'd love to know if the air dryer is actually helping.
Like help, it's just blowing the water around. I just don't know.
Well, what I'm saying is all these things that are like, hey, we do this because it's better for the environment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's a machine, right? It's got to run some. Anyways.
Anyway, I think one of the times we were doing the show at our Game Day Men's Health Studios, which is in the Fox 4 building in downtown Dallas, I've mentioned the bathroom in there having a very subpar, like a very tiny. You can change the setting on the automatic paper towel dispenser. So they had one that was giving you about 3 inches. Huh. That's what she said. So they're listening because look at this thing.
Wow, that is a
like
freaking
2-3 footer, 2
rope.
foot, at least 2 foot.
Wow.
So you just took one?
You only need one.
Only had to take one instead of 7.
Wow, dude, look at him just moving the universe.
This is kind of like this is like a take this to the beach and lay on it.
Now let me ask you this:
it's enabling him. This is not good.
Okay,
you
want him on your team, though. You want him on your team.
I create change.
That
I
might
see
be
a problem, and I change.
That might be the highest quality paper towel from a dispenser I've ever seen, and it's still pretty generic. Why not
Why
do
not
it in
Bounty
the den.
in a thing?
Try it. Go above and beyond. Make it a destination bathroom.
That'd be great.
I agree.
What if I could get one for the den? Ooh. Like, would we want a paper towel dispenser in the den? You know, I have my little.
We're about to have a bidet in there.
What does that mean?
We got a deal coming up.
We got a hookup?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to welcome Mike Piellucci in here in a second. First of all, though, you got to. We could tell Mike about this. This is Mike Piellucci from D Magazine.
Hey.
Sports editor or editor? What are you? We were arguing
editor.
before.
You know, it's editor. Tim Rogers is editor, which is it's one of those you got to have confidence to just have that as your title when you have that much power.
Earlier, I said to Jake, "You're the editor," and Jake's like, "There's no way he could ever be the editor."
I can't be the editor? Wow.
Yeah, he just said you're just talent-wise. He just said, "I don't." See
He doesn't listen to our show enough to know, and this is technically the only boss.
Well, he's gonna have to figure it out.
Boss I have anymore. So
besides Blake,
well, that's true.
Anyway, let's tell Mike Piellucci about the easiest way to lease a vehicle right now would be to go online at fairlease.org. You don't have to go from dealership to dealership in the hot weather.
That's football season.
What are you going to waste a Saturday?
You fool.
Driving around the Metroplex? Why don't you just sit there, watch the football game, and maybe on your phone, you can search fairlease.org. Look for the vehicle that's right for you. They're great for businesses, too, like if you have a fleet of vehicles or even if you just have a couple. Our guy, Travis at Community Mechanical, hooked up with Fairlease. They bought him out of his D&M leasing deal because their deal was so good that, we just want you to go check them out, fairlease.org. See for yourself.
You'll get transparent pricing at fairlease.org. They're Texas-owned. Texas strong. They're part of the credit union of Texas, Dan, which means that when you lease with them, you're supporting local communities, schools. Huh?
I love schools.
If you think teachers should make as much as Kevin Durant, and it's an injustice that they don't, lease your next vehicle from Fairlease. Neither does he. Fairlease.org.
Good point.
Where they will hook you up. Fairlease Navidad.
So, Mike Piellucci. I think he could be I think he should be the editor of D Magazine.
I think he has what it takes. I don't know why Jake doesn't.
Jake is like, I can't even believe he's a writer.
Has the right stuff.
But wrote this article, Dirk is Anchorman. It is the cover story for D Magazine, and it is about Dirk Nowitzki. I've never done this before, but I listened to the article.
How was that for you? It's not a short article.
I didn't like it because the lady, it was like an AI lady, and she was mispronouncing some words, and I thought, I want to hear Mike Piellucci read this article.
We actually, the great Mike the Machine Marshall, now my coworker / pal at D Magazine, I think he was saying we got to start actually recording our own story. So I will do that next time for whatever the next story is. So sorry, they treated you to the lady who's mispronouncing stuff. What words was she mispronouncing?
No, I mean, it was very hot. I enjoyed listening to her read it. But
you're writing about Dirk. I doubt
just
she's
a couple
nailing
little
Holger.
Yeah, just a couple little things. That's all. That's
Wee
what
ones.
that
Can I tell you why
nothing,
I like
egregious though?
I like the listen to the article thing because I don't think I'm for a guy who works in this field a great reader. But then it says this is going to take like 37 minutes, or even when it says
that's what I did, and I thought
it says 9 minutes.
What if I go for a walk and I listen to it?
Yeah, but if I read it in less, then I'm like smart. I beat the expectations, but it's a great piece.
Dirk is Anchorman. What happens when Dallas's biggest sports hero gets a desk job? And it is about Dirk really getting the gig for it's the NBA studio show on Amazon.
Yeah, he's doing studio. They got a whole group of them that are doing play-by-play. Like Dwayne Wade's doing play-by-play. Dirk not doing the play-by-play, doing the studio, being at the desk, being the anchor man, which is why we convinced him. It wasn't much of a convincing. We just asked, would you want to dress up as Ron Burgundy? And he was pretty down because he's pretty much the best.
He really is.
That was a weird when the magazine came
bid.
in. And first of all, these pictures are so cool. Certainly, you've seen a lot of people being like, what is this AI?
Oh, dude, everywhere.
Yeah. It's an annoying part of life now that if you do something really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they got this perfect and everyone's like, AI. But my wife, sort of sports fan, was like doing the math in her head. And she's like, does Dirk know Anchorman? And I tried to explain to her that in a weird way. So Anchorman was 04. Dirk is 99. In a weird way, Dirk might be like more culturally aware than a lot of Americans on stuff like this because he lived in a locker room. And those guys are quoting movies all the time. You know, it's not like he went to work at Microsoft when he moved here. Like, he was forever in youth culture, and I'm like, he definitely loves Anchorman. I would assume he was very aware.
He was aware. He hadn't seen it in a long time. So there's a lot of stuff like there. I think like the stay classy part he knew, but like when we did the shoot, we were running video too, and so I'm feeding him Anchorman lines, and there were definitely ones that are bigger ones that he was just laughing. He's like, "This is ridiculous." I'm like, "All right, so you forgot the movie," which is fair because he probably saw it like once, like 20 years ago, and he's moved on. But he knows it exists. He didn't like completely go like, "What is this?"
So you had him over for a photo shoot?
Yeah.
Or you went to his place?
No, we did not go to the Dirk Dome. What would the Dirk Mansion, the Dirk Chateau? No, we went to a little studio off of Stemmons, and basically the timing was weird because he goes to Europe every summer for like months, and so in the magazine business is the October cover. Things really got to be done and written and put together by mid to late August. So what happened was this whole process really started. The news leaked in December he was doing Amazon, and I texted Scott Tomlin, who is Dirk's kind of right-hand man, used to run PR for the Mavs, best PR dude in town. And I was like, would he talk for something like this? And basically he was like, yeah, possibly, but let's talk when this is official. So basically in January, the whole process really gets going, and I kind of asked him, I was like, look, like what I want to do with this, because the question that I had when I saw him do TV is like, I don't know if you guys, think about this. My first thought is like, I remember 19-year-old Dirk and a dude who was just miserable trying to speak the English language and almost went back to Germany. And if you told that dude that his career would go so well, he didn't have to do anything at all, right? He could just keep traveling the world like he's been doing. And instead he chooses to work a job speaking English to millions of people around the world every single week, 7 months out of the year. Like, how do we get from point A to point B? And so it's really a communication story in a lot of ways, along with just this guy has been here the last 6 years. I feel like he kind of hides in plain sight. Like, we know he's here. We see him pop up for the big things, right? The jersey retirement, the statue, the Hall of Fame. We know he's got a big charity events certain times of the year, but like, I just want to know, what's he been doing? What's he up to? So they liked that idea, and that got the ball rolling to where we sat down in April, had the first conversation, and then really a couple weeks later, we were basically given one day in May that would work for him between all the traveling he's doing before he went to Europe for the summer. And so we went and we got him to the studio, and we got Jay Lombardo to design him a suit that basically is recreating the look that Will Ferrell wore for the cover in the movie. And then we did a whole second set where we recreated the jazz club and bought a jazz flute from Amazon and just told him to go nuts on that thing. And he did that too. And yeah, man, it was a great time. I found out afterwards, Scott had told me when I ran this by him at first, and I was like, we want to be Anchorman. What would you think? And they basically were like, yeah, we could do that. And I guess kind of thinking like this could get real campy in a hurry. But we work with ridiculously good art folks, as evidenced by the fact that people think their work is AI. And they built out sets, so they had everything ready to roll so that when he got in there, like the shoot was even faster than what he budgeted time for, and he had a great time. And then he got a big kick out of the whole deal.
I think thinking about him when he first learned English or was very hesitant to speak in English is really interesting, but it extended further than that to, this isn't even a language barrier thing, but if you think about going to the back when it was apparent they were going to win the finals, I know that was a lot of emotion, but in general, it's not just the language barrier, it's the shunning of the limelight.
Yeah.
That is weird for me. I've just never thought Dirk would be a guy who, if it comes up, he'll give you the best 3-minute analysis on what's happening in the league, but he's not going to say, hey, people need to hear from me. I've never thought of him as that type of guy, and that's the part that's really interesting to me. And it seems like to me, first of all, it seems like he's arrived at nirvana. Like he can do anything he wants, and his life right now purely is, what can I challenge myself with and get better at? And this is the next thing. And even though it doesn't seem like something he would naturally do, it does, because it's just trying something hard and getting better at it, which is his whole bit.
I think this is a bad fit, though.
Amazon?
Studio Dirk. I think he'd be an outstanding analyst.
In-game?
But I think Dirk doesn't want to travel. Probably he wouldn't want that announcer. And I don't know what you guys think.
Well, I don't know yet.
I just feel like Dirk is the nicest guy ever. And that's not a good studio analyst.
I don't know if that's a great analyst on a game either, though,
like in your article, he is saying out loud, I'm kind of glad I wasn't there when the Luka trade went down.
Right, yeah.
That's when we need you especially. I need hot opinions about that. I don't need him just to be take guy, because take guy exists. You've seen it, Kendrick Perkins or something, like guy that gets on TV, and I gotta try to rile people up to prove I'm not going to be a guy that just loves all the players. Like Barkley is take guy, but he also can love the players. I don't know. Shaq, very, funny and will bust balls, and I just don't feel like Dirk is the studio analyst guy, because to this day, I want him to tell me what he truly thinks about this asshole Nico Harrison and screwing up my team and my love for the NBA in general. Like, that has ruined it, and I think it's hurt a lot of people in DFW. And Dirk, though, is good guy, great guy. And I think he hates him, and but he won't say it. He obviously, you pointed out in your article, the only games he went to were the Luka games after the trade. Like, he doesn't support this Mavs, but he can't say that because he's Dirk. But I think he could break down the NBA incredibly. And that's where I think the Amazon people have miscast him. And they're putting him in a studio where he just might not offer the takes. That's my take. I'm take guy.
I think they're going to do a show that I think from talking to him and talking to Nash and talking to other Amazon people, because Nash is doing this with them, I think they see it as an advantage, and I don't think they're wrong about this, that like, you look at that NFL media, right? You watch an NFL studio show. The people who are doing this like the product and are smart about the product. You watch NBA shows, it's not all this way, but I mean, what's the stuff that's going viral all the time? People talking about this era sucks, or that dude couldn't play when I played, or all this stuff. And I think they see their advantage as, can we make a fun show that's smart and is positive about the game? And if you look at it, now whether or not that's what everybody wants to watch, we'll find out, right? But if that's what you're going for, that's his sweet spot, because he's going to be smart and he's going to naturally be optimistic about it. And you put him on a desk with Blake Griffin, who he likes and who is funny, and you put Nash on there a bunch of the time with him, and you could see, the stuff that they do on the inside of the NBA where they have the gags and you could just tell it's dudes who like each other talking ball. That's what this is going to be. So yeah, when the Luka trade goes down and we need to hear Dirk drop the hammer, is Dirk going to? I mean, I think he himself he views that as the big challenge, right? He's not a naturally critical person. We talked about that. But probably 90% of the time for what they need him to do, I think they're building a type of platform that is like super suited to his sensibilities, because it's not the only network he talked to. NBC talked to him too, and he didn't really vibe with them. I really got the vibe of this thing that, like, if he didn't like all the people as much as he did, that as much as anything is why he's doing this. That and Jake's point about like pushing himself. Devin Harris is his old buddy who does TV with the Mavs now, and Devin was adamant. Devin's like, this whole thing is just a personal challenge from him to himself to be more extroverted. And when I told Dirk that, he was like, yeah, there's something to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I do think you're right when you put, if he knows Blake Griffin, I didn't know that they're buddies at all. Well, but if he does, and of course Nash, it's difficult to fake chemistry. So to put him with some people he already has some chemistry with will help a lot. And if that's the angle they're going for, the Amazon people, that's not a bad angle, because in our minds, we're going to put everything up against inside the NBA. And so if you're like, we're not trying to be that, that's probably better, because ESPN has been trying to be that forever, and eventually they just had to go buy them.
And, there's a spectrum of take artists, right? Like, I would say, not that necessarily you and I are the best or anything, but we're different than some other things, right? There's a level of thoughtfulness to the ticket that doesn't exist on some other take. You know what I mean? There's a spectrum here. So maybe it is a 90%, 10% thing, but I like Blake Griffin a lot. I didn't really think about him too much during his playing career, but as I've said on the show a couple times, I've heard him on podcasts that I listened to he was on Stavi's show like 2 weeks ago, and he was funny, like actually funny. And I think Dirk could hold his own on that front too. I got very, I don't know, emotional might not be the right word, but thinking like Nash telling Mike, like, hey, we're coming in as rookies together. Like, we're doing this together. Yeah. Just put me back in that place of your youth. And if anything is going to work for Dirk in this space, I think it would be with Steve Nash and with a whole new thing that there's nothing to compare it to necessarily. He's not replacing anybody.
Yeah, no, and that was a big deal. I don't think he would go into somebody else's chair. He likes the idea of kind of being a startup. He likes the fact that, you guys make a show, you know how it is. Like, the stuff people see on air is a fraction of the time you spend with people. And I think everybody who does TV, if you're an athlete, it's kind of, nobody's replacing the locker room, but that's one of the ways that, what are you really doing? It's all these unseen hours with people you care about making something bigger than yourself together. And I think he really embraces that aspect of this thing too. And he flat out said, he's like, look, like if I didn't like these people and if I didn't, vibe with them, not just the talent on air, but all the production people that I met and the suits and all that, I would not do this because I don't need to be working every week. I want it to be something fun. And so I think that's where he's going with it and kind of going with this broader mission of, can we talk about the game and be smart about it and not be a big bummer? Because I think he is bummed out by a lot of the coverage that's out there.
Yeah. Another problem to me is this day and age. So, and the fact that it is new and we don't, me included, don't give you a lot of, grace. Hey, you're a big time dude. You're being paid $1 million. You're on this major network and this show is this. Like, if we have the patience to wait 3 years to see what this, organically develops into, like the inside the NBA, I bet you would not think it's that great if you saw their first few episodes.
Yeah.
Or first year or two, maybe even. But now they're humming along. Now you're putting it up against that. It's, a startup against this thing that's already great. And we're gonna judge you instantly. It's the advice we would give our interns or whatever. If you are podcasting nowadays, because that's the way to get your feet wet, get your reps. Don't publish it.
Yeah.
You and TC didn't do that for years. I was thinking, that's a good idea that you had initially, is like actually get some at-bats that nobody ever sees.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you want everybody to see your stuff right away, and now Dirk jumping in there, I don't know. It's just a little worrisome. Nash is a great steady hand, though. He's done the podcast thing.
He's been on TV. He's done soccer.
Done around. Yeah. He's also not a guy that's going to get too critical of things, because I think Nash might consider himself to be in that NBA coach pipeline. I might be back there at some point. That's a nice paycheck to get, right? Nice life to live.
You know what's weird about that, though, is like I don't feel like, and maybe JVG and SVG just considered themselves done. And maybe Mark they would be pretty critical. So they're going to have to provide some of that if you're Nash. Like, the coaching thing can't be an excuse. It'll be an interesting mix if they can pull it off.
Yeah, I hate to be with Dirk, I want to say everything's going to be successful.
But Smith,
hell, your article, how he was really into like wanting to be a businessman, and then kind of like,
yeah,
like he's. You can kind of see if this isn't working out awesome right away. Even Dirk himself might be like, "Hey, I gave it a shot."
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think
if I predicted anything, I would predict this to be a 1-year deal.
Ooh, there's a take.
But I have to
teach Dirk your ways with those takes.
Well, it just
I think
I don't want
to give
to
it more than a year, because he's a guy who realizes he came to America and wanted to come back for the first couple years, and now by sticking with it, what ended up being one of the best to ever do it. Like, I feel like there are guys, like I said, Emmitt Smith. They threw him on television. He clearly didn't prepare at all, didn't take any coaching at all, and they just put him on TV because he was a cowboy.
Yeah, and it was horrible.
Like, Dirk is already taking body language, classes is listed in the art. I mean, I feel like he'll take it seriously.
Could be too much in your head, too, sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Because just naturally, he's a gregarious, fun guy to, in the
cool right
guy
group,
to talk
sure.
to. Yeah. So I'm concerned.
What does he smell
I'm also
like?
just concerned because it's, Amazon, and they haven't actually been doing too well on setting up their shows, their sports stuff, I don't think. I think their NFL coverage kind of sucks.
I would agree with that.
So
I would agree with that.
What did you ask him?
What Dirk smelled like, natural
what Dirk
ones.
smelled like?
Natural ones. Success.
Dude, one of the best
Victory.
parts of our gig was getting to see him every year.
Yeah.
And he would hug you, and I'd go meet him at the elevator, and he'd remember me from a year before. And
No, I interviewed 19-year-old. I don't know if he was 19, maybe 20.
It was early.
But when I first got to town in 1999, that summer, I think he had played here 1 year already. Is 98 his first year?
Yeah.
Anybody know?
The summer of
98. Yeah. So he would have been 20 at that point.
So he played 98, and then then in the summer I interviewed this 19-year or 20-year-old he was just sitting in the practice courts. Were at
SMU, right?
No, it was South Dallas. It was like a
Baylor Medical.
Baylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to practice over there, and that was where we first did an interview. And his English wasn't all there, and he acted like he didn't know who Ava Braun was, and I probably shouldn't have brought that up, but it was some time ago. But he's
breaking the surface or whatever.
We had to break the surface, and then well, you know what? Let's mid-interview mention the Factor meals, because this kind of relates to Dirk and the whole Luca thing, because Dirk used to eat terribly.
Ah, nice.
He would eat fast food, just like every kind of 19-year-old kid who comes up does. And it took him till he was about in his mid-20s to start taking his nutrition seriously. And I think Factor helps you do that too, because it's prepared meals. You can eat them quickly. So it's fast food. You can get it ready fast, but it's actually good for you.
You pop it in the microwave for a couple minutes and you are on your way. They've got, for me, I'm not a huge vegetable guy. Every vegetable I've had from Factor has been good. The proteins are super top notch. You can do the Mediterranean diet. They've got Asian-inspired meals. 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. That is definitely true for me. Also comes in super clutch when things get busy this time of the year for sure. So eat smart at factormeals.com/dumbzone50 off. Use the promo code dumbzone50 off to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for a year. Promo code is dumbzone50 off. Factormeals.com. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Factor. Why Luca got traded.
Well, it's not exactly, but I thought the food thing would tie in.
You're 100% correct.
That's good. That he and I guess we forget what it was like in the 90s, right? He is adamant. We talked about this in this interview. He's like, you know why those Loon commercial, like the whole Loon stuff happened? And I was like, no, why? He's like,
the what?
The Loon.
The Loon. Everything about when he gets spotted at the Loon and the drunk photos and all that stuff.
Oh,
Nash.
Yeah. But Nash, he was like, it happened because there was nothing to eat after 10 p.m. in Dallas, and this is before NBA teams catered anything post-game. So we had to eat, and the Loon was across from where we lived. So we would just hang out there and get sandwiches, and then you'd hang out there for a while. He's like, so people would think that I was just bar hopping all the time. It's because nothing in Dallas was open after 10 p.m., and NBA teams did not feed us. NBA teams not feeding people in like 1999 is a wild thing.
Yeah, I mean, now it's
pre-Cubes.
You can't get enough. Yeah.
Yeah, Cubes changed everything.
Yeah.
But that was one of the worst franchises in all of sports. The Mavs, just a laughing stock.
Yeah, they weren't doing great.
I heard
and they weren't about to invest money into these crappy players.
I heard from someone the other day, because we've already opened this wound. We might as well keep going.
Keep Luca?
Yeah. That they were talking to somebody at a local really nice restaurant, and Luca was like friends with the owner to the point where he would hang out late into the night and play poker with the owner or whoever would hang out, which I realize does somewhat confirm like the Nico narrative of, see, this guy's not taking care of himself. But my thought is, that's just Michael Jordan. Like we had Michael Jordan. Yeah. Eventually he was going to figure out sleeping more. He has more kids. He'll do whatever. But in his time here, everyone in the scene loved him because he was acting like a normal person. And he would hang out late. That's a very uncommon thing for athletes now. And, I never vibed with Kobe. And it wasn't I don't like that sort of like, it's got to be, we're waking up in the gym. Like a lot of it's performative. Mm-hmm. Jordan was playing poker on the day of games or gambling on the golf course and drinking on the day of games. And it's
ordering
legendary.
a pizza at midnight.
He ate the pizza.
Yeah.
And we had that. And that's the thing that made him get run out. And that drives me crazy.
There's going to be a time this year, I've been saying this, but like they're going to have a stretch this year where they'll lose like 8 of 10 just because I think every team, let's not say 8 of 10. We'll say like 5 of 9 or something. Just some mediocre stretch where they don't look good in December and Luka's just ripping the league apart. Out in LA, and everything that got buried, like everything that got buried, just to come back up. We were gonna hear loud Fire Nico things. We're gonna hear lots of just rage because the Cooper Flag thing is great, and it's nice that the team essentially hasn't, escaped murdering its entire fan base now that this guy is here.
It's not great.
Well,
it's not great because it's giving a lifeline to Nico Harrison.
Yeah, but it's great for the fans who are still there.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't like those people. They're not real fans. That's what I say. They're like, oh no, you're not real fans. If you just can, I'm just going to keep supporting this franchise after they did that. You're an idiot.
Well, I think the whole thing, though, right? The reason it's going to come back up is because, and the reason that this is a story, the reason we keep talking about it, it's Luka, but it's also it's a story of power, man. Like this is, if you have a cultural artifact in Dallas, and that is basically what Luka Doncic is, and people who are not from here decide to take that thing away and kind of openly admit that they don't really know the culture of this organization and that organization is rooted in the city. That's what this whole thing's really about. That's why when those same people are still running things, it's why it's not going to get better unless they win a title in the next 2 years, which ain't going to happen. So this stuff is just a very shallow grave. There's going to come a time, Dan, a couple months when you will be back and the people will be back on your side with this because it's just there was no real actual closure. There's no real reflection, right? I mean, even the Cooper Flag thing happening, Nico's been retconning it into the narrative about you see the vision now. And I think people kind of...
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. But because there's no accountability and there's no thought and there's been no moment of, hey, we hear you. We should have done this better. What can we do better? Because that was the whole Cuban thing. Like him or not like him, Cuban was accessible and Cuban was here. But when the team is owned by a guy in Vegas and run by a guy from Portland, and there's no thought whatsoever about what did we do.
Nash is a great example of this. Cuban made that decision and immediately defended it. I didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
But he came on the station. He came, he would do whatever interview. He did not go hide in the tunnel and not be seen in the public until draft day.
Have the closed-door media session.
He wore it. He's like, this is what I am doing this. These are the reasons I'm doing it, and I'm going to stand up. And we all said, this is stupid. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't have done this. And he just kept, he's like, bring it on. Like, I'm in charge.
Over Lamar Odom.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for this bullshit, I don't know, man.
Can I tell you this before we move on for the article? I am glad that the Dirk Amazon thing is happening because if you're a Mavericks fan, you've always had to fight for your space. I mean, most of my basketball life has been like, you guys are underrating Dirk. Dirk was absolutely the best player in the league at one point in his career. But you're not allowed to say, go Kobe. But if we had Luka here, in a weird way, I think it would have kept people realizing how effing great Dirk was alive. Because it's like, oh, he played with Luka for a year. You're going to see all these highlights. The Mavericks are still a thing. There was very little, the continuity was there. They were bad for, a couple years? But it's Dirk to Luka. Now,
and you're like, he's even better than Dirk.
And now, yeah.
They don't have a guy now that's better than Dirk.
There's no way that he can have that sort of relationship with Cooper Flag, even if either one of them wanted to.
Yeah.
And so now Dirk on Amazon is literally the only Mavs thing I have to be excited about. It's that they're going to play highlights of Dirk against the Jazz and whatever, and I'm going to be like, oh, Leo meme. So go get a magazine.
Yeah, buy one. There's an event too. We're doing an event up in Rollertown on the 24th. Gonna have a little Dirk watch party. Go check that out. dmagazine.com/Dirk event. Being a company man right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We know all about that.
Yeah.
Read Strong Side. Read Jake Kemp writing for us with his awesome football and basketball words.
Can we start sending out my article via our email? Would you be cool with that?
Yeah.
I would love that.
So this is a personal.
Of course, he's going to be cool with it.
I think I wasn't asking him. I was looking at him. I don't know if it was because of like where we worked or whatever, but we weren't really allowed to like promote stuff we did outside of the station. Almost every single time I tweet an article, somebody's like, I didn't know you wrote. I'm like, fuck me so hard.
Yeah, do a little writing on the
No,
side.
but like I've done it. I wrote for The Athletic for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like because I'm not Bob's blog where we could come on every day and be like, let's talk about the thing I wrote. And Kat was like, don't promote your shit outside of the ticket.
I don't like it either.
Fuck it anyways.
That's right.
But now you work for you, Jake.
Yeah.
And me kind of, but not really.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sports media personality of the year.
Oh.
He didn't even
says
the competition.
Who is it?
The Observer.
Oh, the Dallas Observer?
But yeah.
That's not really your competition, right?
I don't know. We're in our own space. We like the Observer. The Observer, cool people.
Ooh, why is he crossing
There's
his
a lot of
fingers when he says
hostility
that?
in there.
Yeah, I felt
crossing his fingers. Does he not usually do the rolling dice or something a little more?
Well, that reminds me of Poncho.
Me
the
too.
ultimate outdoor performance
Me too.
shirts for men.
These rule so much. Blake doesn't talk to me a whole lot off the air. And the other day he was just like, God, I love my Poncho shirt.
Feels like your favorite t-shirt, is built for the outdoors, still looks good enough for a dinner out. That is the magic of Poncho.
It looks good enough to put under a suit jacket.
Yeah.
Feels a lot better.
You're wearing it on the Cowboys charter?
Yeah. It feels a lot better than a stuffy dress shirt under it, too. And it looks better.
Dress like you could dress on the Cowboys team plane.
Right. Impress your very own Steve Berline in your life.
Mm-hmm.
With PonchoOutdoors.com.
PonchoOutdoors.com. That's going to be a double O.
2 O's there. Okay.
/dumbzone. That'll get you.
It's not
10%
Ponch Outdoors.
$10 off and free shipping. It's breathable. It's got SPF in it. You were over there eating freaking sunscreen pills.
I know.
Like a dummy.
Now I just
Now
eat
you
a
gotta
shirt. I eat a shirt.
Eat the shirt.
Yeah.
And that bad
Feels it.
boy's not wrinkling either.
No.
$10 off your first order.
And free shipping.
Are you kidding me? How are they still in business?
How's this like a deal for PonchoOutdoors.com/dumbzone? These are great shirts, folks.
All right, are you staying around, Mike?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we're about to do the news, so either you're leaving or you're staying for the news.
You do whatever you want.
We're doing the news.
Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Have you met Ryan Rogers? He's sitting next to you.
Hey, Ryan Rogers.
Hey, how are you?
He's the eye butler guy. If you need some glasses.
All right.
Yep.
Right on.
Well, we have a story here that was sent to me quite a few times, given recent personal stories shared here on the show. A woman was shot and killed outside of a Dallas PetSmart on Tuesday afternoon.
Is it Pets?
This is a
Mart?
freaking debate at my house.
Or is it Pet Smart?
Yeah, it may be a...
Can you give me one of these cold How waters?
Good God.
Will you give me one?
From the fridge?
No, it's right there. That box is all cold.
Who are you directing to do that? All three of these... One of them's a guy
everyone in
across
here-
the room
I thought Blake
who's
was
not
gonna
your
do
It was
slave.
inconvenient
Thank you,
for
Alex.
Clayton's
everyone
actually
in the
running
room.
the video. Anyway, the victim,
I just wanted the water.
of which there is one,
What if I got dehydrated?
a
and passed out
22-year-old
during the
woman.
show?
Now, my conflicts at PetSmart tend to come from one thing. They are internal, and it is when I accidentally default to my Southern and Texas roots and say ma'am or sir to everyone like I do. And let me tell you that when you're at PetSmart, you're in a danger zone there.
Pat works there.
There's a lot of middle ground, and you may think you're being polite by saying no ma'am, but you may get a weird look. That's not what happened here. What happened here, the 41-year-old was shot multiple times after an argument that started...
Multiple times? Crime of passion, maybe?
No. Well, maybe if they're passionate about this topic, but it was not a pre-planned situation. This was after an argument where one woman was walking out. The victim held the door open for the suspect, and the suspect became enraged over not hearing thank you.
That's in the Blake.
Yeah, Blake, we're going to
Blake
need your
playbook.
whereabouts.
Yeah, where were you?
So the person walking out of the door shot the person holding the door?
Double bad. Yeah, the person holding the door was like, "Hey, how about a little something?"
So
here?
that's me in that situation.
And bucked up.
You would have been shot.
I would have been shot here.
Yeah.
For being cordial and holding the door open.
No, for the little tood that you drop afterward, where you expect to be feeded because someone
I would just
walked
like a
through a
thank you.
door. And if
I'm
you say
holding
that out loud,
If I let
somebody
you
be
in
like, "What'd you
traffic,
say?
how about a quick wave? Just a little flip of the finger.
How about don't shoot me, and I'll be happy." But you two need to have your.
Well, it's like you say, if you give money to charity, you kind of want somebody to know about it, right?
It's true.
You're not really doing it to help the person in need as much as it is to make you look good.
One of the worst bits my mom had growing up was doing a lot for other people and saying, "We're not doing this for recognition." I'm like, well, then what are we?
It's for your soul.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean,
man,
the door didn't open itself.
It's a good.
How'd you get through the door?
What's funny is that
Do you have to say thank you to the robot when you walk out of Target, the automatic door?
No.
Okay.
You know what's funny?
Because I have thanked a automation text.
Yeah, that's
a tech.
You know what I was struggling with is
I'll write thanks.
I don't use GPT that often. I use it for research, but I'll like bitch it around a little bit. Like, no, fucking, you heard me. Like, get it right. There's a new AI model for football stats that a company called Sumer Sports released yesterday. It's literally the most impressive tool I've ever seen in my life. You can just Google, come up with a question about the NFL, ask it, and it'll like, hey, I'd like to see what are the Carolina Panthers' weaknesses in the run defense relative to the Cowboys' strengths this year. I'd like to focus on play type, counter, power. I'd like to focus on where they run those out of personnel up against what the Panthers do and don't do well, and it'll provide you a detailed report immediately.
Really?
And let me tell you something. When I use Sumer Brain, I thank it, and I talk very nice to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
would
like,
too.
this is incredible,
All that
Sumer
is
Brain.
giving-
Thank you so much, but could you make it per game instead of raw data? Love what you're doing for me.
Could it tell me the last quarterback to be acquired midweek and then start a game that week and win?
I'm sure it could, but we already know that one.
We already do.
So I do thank some AI if I feel like I'm going to need it.
I think Bernie Kosar did that for the Cowboys too.
Was it midweek?
He was released like on a Monday, signed that week, and started that Sunday.
We used to have proper backup quarterbacks in this country.
It's true.
know.
It's true.
Now they got. Did you see Cooper Rush got benched
already?
For who?
I think.
Huntley?
Snoop. Yeah.
Okay.
Snoop Huntley.
Well, that's a Pro Bowl quarterback right there.
It was
Learned
one
that.
year, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to break the bank for Cooper Rush to back up the most mobile quarterback in NFL history. Like, who would have thought that couldn't work?
Yeah, it turned out you were right about that.
You know, and Mike said that earlier, Mike Piellucci, something about you turned out to be right. Like, you're going to learn, Mike Piellucci, that happens a lot. You're going to be like, oh, look, Dan was right.
Often, even. Often.
Most of the time.
Okay, I want to wrap up the thank you story real quick. The woman who did the shooting, and it was in the parking lot, drove away in her vehicle. Her license plate is on the surveillance video. It's right there. So police then just went to the registered owner's driver's license address, an apartment, and she was just out on the balcony in the same clothes. Like, no concern of just did a murder, what's next? Apparently it was just a cigarette and kind of a hangout.
So it was a guy holding the door open for her?
No, it was both women.
Oh, it was a lady?
Mm-hmm.
Then she's like, how about a thank you?
Yeah.
She's like, how about I shoot you?
Well, they fought hard. They started arguing. It carried out in the parking lot. They were ramming each other with the cars.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then one of them said, I'm gonna finish this. But then didn't exhibit any sort of what are we gonna do? They just drove to her house.
I mean, this kind of checks out. People that don't say thank you got to screw loose somewhere.
God, sweeping generalizations. We around here are big fans of Whataburger. We're big fans of Whataburger's car trays that they produced in conjunction with the Dumb Zone. Honestly, it's a highlight of my week. when I pull up there and pick up my order. Whataburger is also a place where a lot of fights happen, and it's been this way forever. We had one last night in San Antonio, and that's really just a matter of they were always open. They used to be open on the inside every location. So it was the only place you'd go. Yeah, teed up, drunk, whatever it was, that's where it would happen. There was a brawl at a San Antonio Whataburger a few days ago. They have 7 people from age 21 to 57 that have been arrested. Or charged, actually. 11 people were arrested. 7 have been charged with assault. It happened around 3 a.m. on Saturday night. Police say a misplaced meal led 7 customers to attack another 4. So they're coming out. They got the tray, and they're like, all right, this is for 48. And they sit it down at the wrong place, and somehow that turns into a mealie.
No, that's my breakfast burger.
A mother of one of the victims says, at Whataburger, part of another table's order was mistakenly brought to my son and his friends. Instead of the staff acknowledging their error, they reportedly told the other customers, they have your food. So they make the mistake, and then they're like, what do you want us to do about it? Go get it. And now we have a turf war over, a chicken honey barbecue sandwich. Just go pick it up and take it over there. What do you think's going to happen? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, what happened is a violent assault. She said, they have your food. Moments later, those individuals confronted my sons and his friends, and within seconds, this was far beyond a misunderstanding. It was a violent assault.
The age range is tripping me out. You would have said 21 to 25. Okay.
There's an outlier.
Why is a 57-year-old fighting?
I don't know, but probably because he's a father, possibly, because he does have the same last name as one of the 21-year-olds.
Do you want Chappie helping you in a fight?
I think you do. Doesn't he know some of them tricks they used in the 70s?
Nah, bro. My stepdad is a verified problem. He is a bad man, but my dad ain't about the smoke, man.
Like he was.
I didn't get this from him.
Your stepdad was a cop, right?
Yeah, and
so he knows how to cheat.
Real tough guy before and after. Yes, cheat.
How does that make your dad feel? A little emasculated that she goes and marries this cool guy?
I'm sure there's some level.
I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, he was
tomorrow.
a lot younger too. Please do.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like how did you?
No, none of us have ever thought about it.
The Navy SEAL, the Shane Gillis bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your ex just married the coolest guy ever, and your kids love him.
Yeah, but my dad had some wins on the board too.
I'll bet.
He's done well.
He's like,
for
yeah,
himself.
okay. I do whatever I want. Like, 28 out of 30 days a month.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think he was like, oh no, he's with them all the time. Maybe like once every now and then, little sadness. But
then
speaking of the Observer,
takes you guys to our movies and
Halloween hay rides and no vegetables ever. The Observer has a little piece on a new wallet hub survey, which.
Do your homework when you get home Sunday night. Why are you doing it here? Okay, sorry.
No, dude. We had
Observer what?
We had grounding embargoes.
You're not grounded while you're here.
You're not grounded while you're here. I'm not going to ground you 4 days a month. I'm supposed to not hang out with you? Like, no.
Sorry.
Fun times. It seems like Wallet Hub only exists to do lists.
Mm-hmm.
You see these in every news story, but they do actually put together like an index of, you see it like livability or affordability or the healthiest city, rather than just like, hey, we're going to do a poll online. But the one the Observer reports on today is the worst suburbs in America. And 3 North Texas small cities finished below 1,200. And there were only 1,300 cities included on the list.
It's not what you want.
North Texas, or are we saying DFW? Can we guess?
How are those different?
Well, I don't know. North Texas can be...
Okay, then probably that. because I kind of don't. I don't know when
Sherman. Is Sherman DFW?
I don't think so.
But Sherman's North Texas.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Then go North Texas.
Okay. So we can't say Hearst or something.
No, and you wouldn't either because Hearst is nice. Euless, you're getting a little closer. Now, along those same tracks,
Richland
Blake,
Hills?
that's fine, but you could keep going.
Garland?
No. Think what he was just saying.
Haltom?
Haltom City. Haltom City checks in at number, what was it, 12? 12.
What's wrong with Haltom City?
I don't know. They got a huddle house, don't they?
1229.
I think that's where I picked up a tarantula on the softball field.
That checks.
Okay, yeah. Haltom City is 1207 total. For economic health, they were 1,163. For quality of life, 1229. Yeah. It sucks. I grew up on the line of the city, and it sucks. That's why I wanted to go there. I had a choice. Sort of, right? Like they built a new high school, and then because of where I lived, I had a choice to go to Haltom. And I thought, like, I'm gonna be badass. Like, I'm gonna go to the ghetto school because my cousins go there, and they're doing great. And my mom's like, "Are you fucking? What are you talking? Like, no, absolutely not."
That's why I have scene control, Dan. That's what I rescued her from.
Because his wife
would have lived there,
so it's
Yes.
she's basically a POW.
I uprooted her and put her in Wiley. She can't complain about anything ever again.
Yeah,
beautiful Wiley. Okay, it was Hazlitt. An opposing coach picked up a tarantula off the mound and it's like, "Hey, look at this." And
Hazlitt's getting nicer.
It's just country.
Eaton High School's really nice.
But Haltom City. Haven't spent much time there.
There's probably a reason for that. There's not a whole lot going on. You know what there used to be back in my day? There was one reason to go there, and it was around Christmas time, and it was for the Whataburger basketball tournament. Multiple NBA.
That was at Haltom?
It was at the Coliseum up on the hill.
Were you playing? What are you saying in your day?
Oh, dude, this was we would go to this. I didn't go every year, but almost every year. The best teams from around the country.
That is a neat arena.
There was 1 million NBA players in there. Like Zion played. No, I saw Zion at APEC, but it was like a hub for the best high school basketball teams, and it was in a really weird part of DFW. Randomly, Whataburger sponsored it. It was a good time. Our other sub 1,200 cities here: Lancaster. And Farmers Branch.
That's kind of surprising.
I feel like nothing wrong with Farmers Branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only making these lists to make you say that, right? To have discussion.
I don't live there.
How is Mesquite not on this list?
Mesquite has like some cool stuff though, don't they?
Like
restaurants
rodeo
and stuff.
They don't have rodeo.
And Farmers Branch has cool restaurants. Tiffany Dairy's down there. That's like her whole deal. She's on like Food Network now. She chills in Farmers Branch.
Who?
Tiffany Dairy. Roots Southern Kitchen, man. I'm from D. This is my D Magazine contribution right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
rank
I've seen this woman.
Yeah.
Tiffany Dairy.
Yeah. Make really
Clayton, anything? This is not really your food lane.
No, just the quickness of Dan. Tiffany Dairy.
Oh yeah,
Dairy enter
Celebrity
images.
chef and restaurateur.
Yeah, her stuff's good, man. So there's restaurants at Farmers Branch, is what I'm getting at.
The social media commenters, when the observers post this, were taking aim at Irving, Frisco, Plano, Garland, and Mesquite.
So the other suburbs?
But I would say Irving, Frisco, and Plano are those are fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I wouldn't want to live in Frisco personally because it's kind of copy paste. But there's nothing wrong. Garland, you're saying is trashed. Garland have some great old like.
Actually, you're right. It is the home to the world's largest cowboy hat. Now.
They did just get a big hat. They did just get and that may have been included here.
Seagoville, that didn't make the list.
The prison, that's pretty much all Seagoville is.
People riding horses along 635 in Seagoville, that can't be good.
She started her career.
Oh no.
Her culinary career at the local International House of Pancakes at the age of 15.
Don't elongate it.
I know. She worked at IHOP. She was bussing tables at an IHOP, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, her culinary career. The international. Ooh. Let's travel over to Belgium for a waffle.
That's such an underrated sketch. We'll wrap up with this one. A former Valley Mills police chief. What do you got on Valley Mills, Blake?
Not a lot.
It's in Texas. We're gonna say that it is definitely in Texas. It looks like it is near Waco. And I want you to listen up here, Buckaroo McDowell. The police chief and a former officer were arrested and charged with several counts of fraud and theft for using a city credit card, to buy gas for their wives' vehicles.
Why do I have to listen up?
We've just been talking about
the company credit card?
Company card, and we'll put gas on it, and we'll keep it the same. You need to be
I'll do what I
careful.
want with that card.
Okay, mark this down. Evidence. Arrested.
Well, it's a city, though. You're stealing money from the city. I'd just be stealing money from you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's still... Is that what it is? Is it that's the only reason it's illegal?
Yeah. Although if you're stealing money from the...
Enron.
No, the Grapevine Soccer Association, because you're the treasurer, you could get arrested for that. Stealing money, bro.
That's what I'm trying to make sure you understand.
Okay, well, I'm not going to steal money from you. Why would you even insinuate that?
I just think I didn't know that you could go to the level
People
of
listening are now going to think I'm a big jerk.
Yeah, maybe you are a big jerk. There's your news.
Oh. Not prepared for that. Why don't you end it in a minute?
The Dumb Zone.
Yeah, Blake with it last week, too.
Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Oh, man. What other things, Dan?
Well,
why don't you guys talk about beer for a minute?
Oh, okay. We could just mention Lone Star Beer if you'd like. Because actually, you know what? I didn't bring any downtown. I got to bring some to the studio here so we can enjoy some Lone Star Beer in our studio. When we go to the den, though, when we do the live streams, the number one thing we must have on hand is Lone Star Beer. The number two thing, Lone Star Light. Now, perhaps you're not even a big drinker. Well, you can still enjoy Lone Star, the national beer of Texas, at LoneStarBeer.com. Put in the code DUMBZone21 and get 21% off merch.
Great merch.
Cool. I was just looking at our Twitter feed today. Somebody had seen a cool logo. What was it? Lone Star logo on a. What was it? A silo? What's it got in there? A water tower? Something.
I think it was a 9/11 memorial.
The Lone Star logo is badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got to be the best logo of all logos. The greatest logo. Anyway, so Lone Star Beer. Thanks for your partnership. Available at the Gilf as well. Lone Star Beer, Lone Star Light, a reluctant partner instead of a proud partner of the Dumb Zone. We love them, though. Let's see here. We want to do a couple of viewer mail birthdays, if I can, before we get things rolling with some Today in History. And we have...
The Bengals had to release Brett Rippon to sign
Joe
really?
Flacco. Brett Rippon's still out there.
Yeah.
Viewer mail birthdays. Greetings, Bracket Dan and Cowboys Radio finest. Cowboy Radio's finest. October 8th is my birthday. It's my Dirk plus Luca minus Leon Lett birthday.
40?
Yeah, 40, I guess.
He says 43.
43. We went the other way. We should add.
Lett 70. Okay.
78.
Okay.
Let's see. My claim to limited fame is I work for a pickle company. My father and grandfather had Norm to do spots for Wedgeski Wairobi pickles.
Wow. This is the guy?
Now our brand is Huns, my last name. I've bribed Blake with pickles and jalapenos that your listeners can purchase at H-E-B.
Yeah, they're great.
Hopefully your pickles and peppers made it to the den.
It did.
Shoddies, not shoddies. Blake's non-tailored jacket, Machines Fantasy Tips, and ragging on Aggies are my leaders. Sick 'em and go Bobcats from Colin Hunn.
Wow.
Do you think he means your Bobcats or mine?
I don't know.
Probably not the original OU Bobcats.
Open-ended.
Ohio University.
There's a, because of course there is a Reddit page called r/pickles. There's just a post here reviewing Hun's pickles.
I like the old name. The old name had a lot of gravitas and a lot of syllables. And
yeah, Norm would just barrel into it. White Cheshki, White Roby. I didn't know that was a real company for all those years.
Dear Trooper of the Front Pooper.
Oh, wow.
I'm sending in my own birthday because I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want. It's my Priest Holmes birthday.
37?
31.
31.
I sleep in my Wranglers on my birthday every year because October 10th. Is today the 10th?
Tomorrow is the 10th.
We'll save that one.
Well, you're already halfway through it.
You want to finish reading it?
Yeah, I mean...
Let's get suspense for tomorrow.
Well, why does he send it? It does, in the subject line, it says 10/10 birthday.
I figured.
I screwed it up.
It's okay.
I sleep in my Wranglers because October 10th is also the birthday of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Brett Favre. My leader is 3 yards per catch, TD Jake. My prediction
Generous.
to track, will Shoddy be carried off the field at some point in his career?
Ooh.
Rudy style.
He is.
From Hammer.
He is
Hammer
100%
Jenkins.
the type of guy who would plant seeds like your wife, you know? Boy,
Sure hope no one ever does that.
that's crazy. What?
She got roses? Man.
Shoddy would love that. He would love that. You remember the only other guy they got made fun of for that was Jim Schwartz.
Why?
I think he went to the Bills maybe, but they beat the Lions. And they carried him off his former team, and he's like, "Hey, get me up here." It's like giving yourself a nickname or referencing your grit tattoo on your hand. You can't push to be carried off on your own.
No, I did enjoy the UCLA coach getting carried off, though. That was cool.
First game?
Interim coach got hired.
Who's their coach?
Tuesday. It's some
No.
That wasn't the coach. That was
the
OC. That was the
Neuheisel.
OC. Yeah, that was Rick Neuheisel's kid, who wasn't even the real. He didn't have like an OC title yet. He was just like offensive assistant. But we fired everybody else. So sure, Jerry, have fun.
Yeah,
it was cool.
And then they upset.
Penn State.
Penn State. That's right.
James Franklin special.
I saw Rick Neuheisel on TV talking about it. It was cool. Like they were going to the game of highlights, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really. I'm going to sit this one out. What do you think? I think it's the coolest thing my son's ever done." Call plays.
And Diana, Dayana. That Diana? Probably.
Sure.
Dirty Diana.
She says, Uncle Dan, I'm very late, about 3 years, getting this birthday shout out to you. Please wish my loving husband, Todd, happy 50th. I'm taking my blue ribbon winning fella to the state fair today, and later we'll enjoy some home-cooked wings.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Lummy.
I don't think I do.
You ever met John Jock Taylor?
I have.
Well, he made a little misstep on Twitter once upon a time. Where I think he was trying to maybe text or DM his lady, and he simply posted, "If you get yo ass home on time and shove some pussy in my face, I will pick you up some wings."
Seems like she's looking for a promissory note that she... Because I would want to pick up the wings ahead of time, because now I'm at home and I got this thing in my face and I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
But then you want to go out and get wings after that?
I wouldn't think.
You're exhausted. You're watching SportsCenter.
I would also, as a courtesy to her, prefer to have the wing eating be after the shoving it in my face, though. Right? Because nobody's
kind of
going downstairs with the
palate?
atomic on your face. So that's disgusting. Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you're worried about her.
Right.
You're
I'm
a gentle lover.
Gentleman.
Anyway,
wing 9.
So who's the guy? His name is Todd, and this is from Diana, the dirty one, not the princess.
Well, thank you to her.
Now, how about a little Today in History?
Trident Garage Doors presents On This Day in History.
It is Thursday, October 9th. On this day in 1999, the Houston Astros played their last game in the Astrodome. Where would they play their next game? Blake Jones. What field?
Enron?
Enron. On this day in 2005, speaking of the Astros, an incredible story. Incredible story. An 18th inning home run ends the longest postseason game in baseball history. The Astros defeat the Braves 7-6. They advance to the NLCS. Why is this story so incredible? Not just the longest postseason game in baseball history. It was hit by Chris Burke. The bench was empty.
No. It was a different Chris Burke.
Is that why you had him on?
This wasn't Chris Burke, the actor?
No, it was a journeyman.
Oh.
No, not even.
Oh, I don't know that this is that amazing of a story.
He had a hit in ever. By the way, we got to stop giving up 4 spots, 7 spots early in the game. We're going to close this bitch out tonight.
The Brew Crew?
Yeah. Should have got it done last night, but can you tell me who else is still alive?
Yeah, the Blue Jays.
Yep.
Knocked off the Yankees.
Knowing that alone is enough for me.
All right, thank you.
Honest.
And on this day in 2012, former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky sentenced to 30 to 60 years in prison because he was convicted on 45 counts of sexual abuse of boys. How's he doing? Is he dead?
No.
He's still?
I think
play-by-play guy now?
No, the Ravens guy spells his name with a G. Very unfortunate coincidence to work in football and have
working the East Coast.
Oh God,
his name is Jerry Sandusky, and he's calling someone for a quote. Hey, this is Jerry Sandusky calling. Can I talk to your son?
Do you think he goes with a Jerry with a G? It's Jerry with a G Sandusky.
He just has to say it right there. Jerry G. No rape. Did you ever watch that movie with Pacino?
It's a lot of Pacino movies.
They made a Paterno Pacino movie.
Dog Day Afternoon.
No, HBO made a movie about like the aftermath with Joe Paterno.
Never watched it.
Really weird. I don't recall it being good, but it's out there.
Did he do the Any Given Sunday speech?
No. Honestly, I think maybe he nailed it because Joe Pa kind of seemed to be like, if I act like I don't know what's going on, this won't touch me.
Yeah.
He was the Queen Elizabeth of college football. Just, keep the title. Don't really run operations. Try to stay above the fray.
Oh, Biden-y. It's kind of walking around, looking around. And then we have Thursday. It's October 9th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
Only one show back in 2023 on this day, and we were sad because the Cowboys got demolished by the 49ers. So, not a lot. Cowboys players blamed it on the referees. So
2023?
They're probably right.
Mm-hmm. I think they got killed, and then Micah said, yeah, we're right there. We're close.
2023 was a good year, though. So, I'm trying to think back to
right.
what... Yeah, because they got beat by Arizona that year, too, I want to say. Anyways, there was a...
Kyler is undefeated in...
There you go.
Jerry World.
But I think this was the one where they were like complaining about there was something weird. Remember, and I only remember that because it was on Micah's podcast.
It's because them guys just want to get on TV so their family can see them. The rest.
Settle down, Mr. President.
Other birthdays today. Trevor Daley is 42, former Dallas Star.
Cooked us at Ticket Basketball during the NHL lockout, which definitely was in violation of his contract at the time.
Former Ranger, former guest, Derek Holland is 39. Name the 6 teams Derek Holland has been on.
Oh, okay. You got the obvious one, the Rangers. Was he a Giant?
Anyone?
He was either a Giant or a Padre.
He was a Giant.
Okay, Giant.
There was a Pirates cameo in there, wasn't there?
There was a Pirate.
Was he ever... Well, that's as far as I can get you.
He would stay
White
in the
Sox?
Central Division.
White Sox, right?
The White Sox, the Cubs, and the Tigers, the Detroit Tigers.
The Cubs seem right to me, but I thought it might be a Harry Carey impression Mandela effect thing. So,
oh my God, how excited was he to get signed by the Cubs?
Yeah, he was good on our show.
A 1, a 2. Future national championship coach. He just has to fill in the day, the year. Jimbo Fisher is 60.
What's he doing?
Just laughing.
I saw him.
Like, how did they give me all that money?
He was interviewed recently.
They fire me, tell me I don't have to work anymore. Like, you should hold a guy to. He's got to do something for you now. I'm paying you $60 million. I need you to clean the dorms.
Answer the phones.
Yeah, do something.
Clean up the Christmas trees. Yeah, he's a good coach though, dude.
Walk that stupid dog.
Yeah, now you're the guy that handles the dog.
Pooper scooper.
That'd be great.
He'll be back.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he will. He's not as old as you think. He's 60. I heard him talking the other day, and he sounded like he was going to be back.
You know whose buyout money is running out, and I think may come back like real soon? Ed Orgeron. We all need Ed. We all need Ed back on the sideline.
We have had a noticeable.
Has he still got an Instagram girlfriend?
Is he still?
Remember, he had a hot.
Oh,
and he's all Ed Orgeron though.
The athletic story on him being horny is great.
I covered him at SC.
Did you?
Yeah. That was the year I was covering the team when Kiffin got tarmacked.
Yep.
And Ed was the interim coach. And it was just like Lane was super insecure back then. He's like mellowed out a whole lot since. But he like wouldn't talk to me about any injuries, wouldn't answer anything, was just like so wound tight. And then Ed comes to practice and like first thing he does after he's talking to me, he's like, all right, so this guy's got a knee and that guy's got a shoulder and that one's got a... And finally, like somebody's just like, Ed, I thought that wasn't the team policy. He just like kind of looks like, it's USC. We can't win with the athletes we got. Then I don't know what we're doing here. And
nice.
That was kind of the vibe. Yeah, it was just whenever you go somewhere with him, like somebody introduced me to him, like the guy I was working for at the time, and he's like, "What's your name? Piellucci? Okay, hey man, you find Coach O. You need anything, man? I appreciate you. You have a great day." I'm like, this guy's the best.
He's from a place that I've been, and it makes sense when you go there. LaRose Parish, Cut Off, Louisiana. There's a place on the map called Cut Off,
Louisiana.
Yeah, it's cut off. You gotta hit that bridge at the right time to get over there.
George Kittle is 32. As a
system product, Hunter Lipke could easily do it.
Many-time George Kittle fantasy owner, and even at the beginning of this year, and then he gets hurt. I just thought of this morning. In San Francisco, do they call him George Brittle?
Ooh,
don't you feel like they should?
That's a great. Absolute crime.
I think we got to tell Ethan Strauss that.
Okay,
like he'll think that's a big hit. Donna Kelsey is 73.
Don't care.
It's not her.
It is
kind of
her
is
fault.
her fault. That sucks. I want to defend her and be like, that's not her fault. She's getting overexposed, but did you
could say no?
Kind of sign up for it.
Mike Singletary is 67.
A lot of kids.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't aware of that.
He does ads.
Baylor, right?
He does ads on the ticket for Baker Brothers, and they are the worst ads I've ever heard in my life. They're hilarious. They're clearly not in the same place, and the owner jumps in and goes, "Thanks, Mike Singletary."
Penei Sewell is 25.
He's got 7
certified.
kids. And as a kid growing up, I thought it was cool. He played for Baylor and Chicago, so he stayed a Bear.
Boy, that is such a Blake Youth sports note. What a dork. I love it.
Annika Sormstam is 55.
Made a lot of people mad around here once, right?
Me included. I just know there was a young golfer who got shut out of that tournament because they wanted to just do bits.
Yep.
Marie Kondo is 41. The organizing expert.
Absolute fraud.
Why? She got a messy house?
She walked all of it back.
What do you mean?
Maybe it's a little too much to be on top. No. We excommunicado.
Do you wonder? Like,
I keep my house clean.
You have a cleaning lady, though, right?
We have
once a month.
It's once every 3 or 4 weeks, and it's not. I don't know if this makes it better, but having a team where it's like 4 people together doesn't feel as.
Well, I have that, but it's their family.
We used to have a lady.
Like when school's out, because the youngest cleaner is now here as well.
But we do.
But the point is, have you ever wondered, is your cleaning lady's house real clean? Or does she go home and just like, I've been doing this all day.
So like the chef who just like orders it all the time, just like, I'm not cooking anymore. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Some DoorDash.
Like if you marry a chef, you're like, oh, this is going to be great.
I mean, are you super fired up?
Like if you marry a porn star, is she like, nah, I'm not into it. Don't want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, are you real fired up? Like you're just at your kid's soccer game or something, and somebody's like, do you think the Cowboys can stop them this weekend?
I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's exactly the same.
It's all I have to talk about, though. I always say that. If you run into me in the wild,
if you want to talk
about the ticket or the show or whatever, you're just saying
I don't want to
just
talk
generic
sports.
cowboy talk?
No. I don't want to have to explain to everybody that they've won the 10th most games in the last 20 years, and your perceptions are completely wrong.
Nick Swartzen
This is what my
49.
editor has to deal with. Oh, yeah, we had a weird experience with him, man.
We?
Me indirectly on Round Ball Talk. Like, he came in town, and it was like Mike was going and playing horse with guys that were in town, like rappers, a tennis player.
I'd love to meet him.
He was not good, dude.
Oh.
Not good.
I enjoyed him on Norm. I didn't even know who he was, but he was on Norm Macdonald's podcast a while back. And
I knew him from Comedy Central.
I guess he's kind of a back.
Yeah, like a
Madison.
moment. It was what, like, was the 2014-ish? Does that feel right?
So he wasn't funny?
Sports
Was it like, who was the comedian? Chris Farley's brother.
Kevin Farley. That's how it was described to me, is that like people who worked with the Mavs were like, are you sure this is the guy? He was funny, and if we're being honest, Gay Robot is what got him like a ton of notoriety. That series that he did, it might have been Funny or Die. Gay Robot, you don't remember this?
Well, he parlayed it into like a bunch of guest spots. He was doing a bunch of things. I'm trying to remember
Happy
what it
Madison,
was.
a lot of it.
Yeah, he's a Sandler cling.
And he was great in those.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's like sober now and kind of lame about it. But he didn't have much.
Steve Burns is 52. That's Steve from Blue's Clues.
What is-
kids into Blue's Clues?
What is it? I've never actually known. I've heard
He was
it.
just a guy. He was the human
It's not
guy.
animated?
No, he was the human.
Let's look it up.
That would be
The
with
dog is animated.
Been animated.
Sharon Osbourne is 73. Sean Lennon is 50, the son of John. Brandon Ruth is 46. He was one of the Superman. Spencer Grammer is 42. She is Summer in Rick and Morty.
What
If
happened
you ever
to
watched-
Rick and Morty?
I think it's still cooking.
I just don't hear about it culturally as much as I did.
And you're like,
previously
oh,
when I
she's a
didn't watch
voice actor. She must be just the best available. They scoured the entire country.
She's no, a daughter.
The daughter of your hero.
Kelsey Grammer?
Shut up.
That's Frasier's daughter.
I like the family dynamic where he has the traditional feminine first name, so he gave his daughter the traditional masculine name just to really
Spencer.
turn it on its head. Yeah.
Jake has the Frasier box set. Over
Again,
I see it.
He doesn't know that this. I don't.
So
I've never
you also
seen an
tell Mike
episode of
Piellucci
Frasier.
that you don't wear a leather jacket? I'm surprised that you hide all this stuff from Mike Piellucci.
I know. I want him to view me as a professional, so I can't let him know about the leather jacket and Frasier.
Our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, though. 38 years old, Cody Jones.
Does
You
he
related?
have friends named Kobe?
Dude, perfect.
He has a friend
Caden
named
and Braden and Tyler,
Kobe.
Bryler.
Of course, Kobe and
Slade.
Corey are the twins. Then they got Tyler and Garrett. Garrett's the one, yeah. Born on this day, now dead, John Lennon. Same birthday as his son.
That's pretty cool. Probably less cool when you get assassinated and your kid has to think about it every year. But in theory, it is a neat thing.
He was definitely the type to celebrate his birthday over his son's.
Yeah. No. I know
Well,
Dan gets
today's my
uncomfortable
day.
when we bring it up, but terrible person. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
objectively terrible person.
How do you know his wife didn't need to be slapped around a little bit like Sean Connery's wife?
The open.
Also,
open
Charles
palm
Walgreen,
Slap.
the
Of,
founder of
pharmacy.
Long receipts.
the founder of Long Receipts. You ever see one of those videos with the Star Wars
The scroll.
theme behind it, and it's just a scroll of the receipt coming up? It's funny.
You can just deny the receipt.
Really?
Yeah. I hadn't seen a receipt since the Bush administration.
How will I save $1 on my Ozarka purchase?
I take it because I'm not sure they'll recycle it. I want to take it home and recycle it.
God, what a...
Dead on this day, still dead. Joseph Glidden, the inventor of barbed wire.
Huh.
And died on this day in 1970.
Can we do it?
What
this was
year?
good. It's going to be a little... it's not as easy as or as hard as the classics, right?
A year that it was invented. So he lived to be 93. Give me 1 year he was alive.
I'm going to say we had barbed wire in the late 1700s, earlier than you think. I'm going to say he was alive in 1790. Pie?
Give me 1900.
He died in 1906.
Damn. Okay, so
So Blake's more right than you are.
1830s, yeah.
Also died on this day in 1974, Oskar Schindler, the inventor of lists.
And that's what happened on this day in history.
And on my live read list, I have Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys if you get in an accident. In fact, Mike Piellucci, get in an accident for us today.
No.
Go home on the way home, get in an accident.
You're walking back over to D.
Get injured enough that you need to get a lawyer involved and call Frankel and Frankel at 214 or 817 and then dial all threes. Just remember that number. It's not an impulse buy. This isn't like I'm going to call Frankel's now that I heard the Dumb Zone talking about it, but you just want that in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, they're personal injury attorneys. They will deal with those insurance companies. They will get you what you deserve.
Even if your hand is mangled and barely able to be used, you'll be able to hit all threes.
Siri, call. Don't do that. Oh, if I say Siri, then somebody's thing is going to happen? Siri, turn on the Dumb Zone. Stop. So Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. Thank you, Frankel and Frankel. Now we're at the part of the program is called Closing Remarks. You've been involved in closing remarks before, have you not?
Yeah, yes I have. Yep.
This is Ryan Rogers. Ryan Rogers joins us today. He's a sit-in.
Not a country singer.
Nope.
He was a sit-in last year. Sometime during the year, you sent a birthday shout-out to your partner, Danny.
Yeah. As Danny Bayless dubbed him 11 Kids Danny because he has 11 kids.
Okay, yes. You wished a happy birthday to my best friend and business partner, 11 Kids Danny.
Yep.
We are the iButler guys that were in the den last fall while Jake was on, quote, vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Sorry,
Ryan's
Jake, I didn't know I was gonna
leaders
read that live.
Ryan's leaders are Run the Ball Blake, Pond Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we don't get Pond Guy without me going on a little vacation.
Right. And Jake's overuse of the word cuck.
Yeah. It's psychological, Freudian.
Anyway, I'm happy to see that iButler, is it iButler.com?
iButler.com, yeah, EYE, butler.com.
Is still rolling. In fact, it was just a few months ago that I had realized, I don't know, my eyes are kind of bad. I wear glasses generally, but I didn't have any sunglasses that were prescription. So I would get sunglasses and put them on over these glasses to try and drive.
Very cool.
Anyway, so he sent us, he just showed me how to do it. You go online, you just put in your thing, you put your whatever. You go to the eye doctor, you just type it in. I guess it measures your
It'll measure your pupillary distance. We have the virtual try-on. So
you had me.
Look at.
You had me load up an app to measure my pupil distance.
Yeah, that's the one measurement we need. Yeah.
And then he was laughing at my pupil distance.
And since I was here last time, we launched an all-new site. We got some feedback. The old one was kind of generic looking.
Well, what you have now looks great.
Yeah, finally now have images of people wearing the frame, so you can see what it looks like.
So this is actually working.
What's the bit?
What's the bit?
Why did you leave? Why did you guys start? How did this happen?
Danny and I have been in optical for 30 years. Danny owns an optical. He owns a lab. I've worked for many different companies, and so we know, what's needed, what's not, what should be included, what's coatings, things like that. And so we just started our own. We went to Portugal and created our own frame line, custom for iButler. And yeah, Danny and I, we've known each other since we were 8 years old, and so I got him into optical when I was in college, and so we just always wanted to do something together. So we started this a couple years ago. I wouldn't say it's going well. I mean, it's small, it's going slow. The DFs have been great. We've sold a lot from last time in here, a lot of repeat customers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
So is it because you probably give free stuff to, if you work for the company, right?
Yeah.
And he's got 11 kids.
Oh,
so
yeah. Bottom line,
that's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's got to feed those kids, so please help us out.
Your partner has had so much sex.
It's all the same wife, all the same everything. He has 2 sets of twins. I've never seen that before in my life.
God.
Identical?
No. the one set, the older set's fraternal, boy and girl, and the younger set's identical boys.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So support iButler and this poor guy with all these kids.
And we relaunched the same code, DZ10, DZ10 for 10% off. And if you used it on the old side, it'll work again. So please, anybody use that. And remember, Dan, our starting price is $77, frames and lenses. So what's 10%? What's 10% off? $77.
Well, it must be 69.
Yeah, 69.30.
But yeah, 77.
Yeah,
but we've been talking throughout
it's
the
okay.
day. You know,
Today we've already had
it's
it.
Piellucci's fault. The whole Dirk thing made us think of Luca.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
But who knew 10% off was 69?
There we go.
How great is that?
Throw it in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got on your notes there? I see.
Anchor words. Can I do a few?
Of course.
Absolutely.
This Piellucci will love this. Do you ever used to listen to KERA's Away with Words?
I've not. No.
We do anchor words, which is
Okay.
words you're only going to hear in conjunction with another word.
Like?
Much maligned. Although this morning somebody
The word
unearthed
maligned.
Yeah, somebody unearthed like a 1980s NFL film where they said oft maligned, but you're never going to hear it. It's much maligned.
That's only in journalism.
You got
Yeah.
inclement,
weather,
pomp,
and circumstance.
Yep. Yeah.
A
All right,
word
what do
that
you
is
got?
anchored to another.
First one is jib.
I like the cut of that. Yeah,
well, that's great.
I don't have a clue what it is.
Yeah.
What is
Does
it?
that have to do with like a turkey's neck?
I think it started out, actually, I've researched this, and it was to talk about someone's nose, like the size of their nose, and it turned into you like his personality. Like, I like the cut of his jib.
I always thought it would have been clothing related. Like
Really?
like
Sailing.
Yeah, it's like
Sailing?
well,
Yeah, see, it's sailing. Like it's
a tailored suit. I
What a
like
bunch
the
of
cut of
morons
his
we
jib.
are.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one's a halcyon.
Those days. I remember
Yeah,
them
that's on the
well.
list.
What is this halcyon? Unfurled.
Banner?
I just think of flag. What else?
Flag,
What do you
yeah.
unfurled on a flag? That one's not as good.
Flag would have been good. That would have.
Kind of sports related. Muffed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you can't,
Nobody's ever muffing free throws.
Right.
It's all rebounds.
Chagrin.
Much to my.
Yeah.
Come on, help us out here, Mike. Are some of these wrong?
You're
Like-
quick. No, you're just too.
No.
fast.
I'm just
You're
saying.
too good at this game.
I want you to provide the disproof. Like, oh no, here's another.
Oh,
way
okay,
you,
all right.
You could use it.
Counterweight. I mean, but Brian's got some good ones here. This is good.
Only a few left. A back.
Taken.
Yeah. And then
That's
shebang.
a basic one. How come we don't use that ever?
Taken aback.
A back.
Now I'm just gonna see how I can be just a pompous magazine writer and work something without the anchor word into the next story.
You should.
Change the.
Yeah,
change the
just to get it more mainstream, man. Let's bring this
All
word
this
back.
pomp and situation.
Shebang.
Medium, the half of the shebang.
Exactly.
A quarter shebang.
And it's my last one. I like this one. I think it's kind of a double that you can never hear one word without the other. Nooks and
Crannies.
yeah. What's a cranny anyway?
Oh, it's like a breakfast nook. You
yeah,
know?
but you remember
Breakfast
the
nook.
plural nook.
Yeah.
But would anybody ever use
Reading
crannies?
nook. Crannies you never hear on its own.
Right.
This is very. See, this is our show. Very informative.
I love it. I'm learning things.
Crannies, maybe somebody who's not well, like they're crazy, but they also identify with a different gender.
Adios, mofo.
Gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? You do here. What does Blake do? Listen together.
Do.
What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here.
What does Blake do?